YouTube, hello. Pay your bills. That's a reminder. Some people need that. I won't name names. Let's carry on, shall we?
Where is the mariner?
He wanted to go to the Hall of Song, sir. Asked us to take him there while you went inside.
Well, you got back fairly quick.
Take us there, please.
I was barely in there.
Speak with him. And hopefully catch up with an old friend, too.
Yeah, there's intrigue going on in this world. A civil war. My brother was on the other side.
Really, Ricardo? One of these days you're going to have to sort these seats out.
Is something bothering you,
Yeah,
sir?
what's wrong with the
There
seats?
are papers everywhere.
Papers?
My brother does like his notes messy, sir.
Well,
In the
take it
back
from
of the
me.
wagon?
Hang on. What's this?
Whoa, what is what?
History of Medea. Summarized points.
Oh, sir, you weren't supposed to find that. Please just...
Another one. Calculus. Quite a few formulae. These are rather small for notes, aren't they?
What? Ricardo?
What are you implying?
Making a cheat sheet?
Oh, Ricardo, you
You're not
sneaky son of a bitch.
You're not going to report me, Inspector, are you? I failed twice already.
Depends. If you can find me a place to stay for the night that's free from the mire of politics, I'll consider.
Really? Oh, well...
Free
all
of the
then, sir.
mire of
Prepare to
politics.
be,
In this town?
agents of the mire of politics, I mean.
Fair enough. Agents of Mayhem is done. You could have just not played it. I think every other reviewer in the entire world looked at you and said, Ricardo sounds familiar. He's a little Sam Regal-y, but I don't think that's him. Could be Yuri Lowenthal. He's a little Sam
One more
Regal-y.
thing before you return.
But yeah,
course, sir.
everyone told you Agents
Go
of Mayhem
back
was
to the
bad,
Cleaver and
even
find
for
Medea.
$1.50.
Red hair tied into a braid, wearing Dieci clothes. Shouldn't be too far from the ruins. Tell her or the registry would like to speak
Is
to
he?
her.
He could be. I don't know.
Keep an eye out, sir.
You could look up behind the voice actor for this game real quick. I have a Twitch streamer playlist already. I mean, I have a few saved, but I don't really whip them out unless it's a game I know calls for it. Like something where I need to do a bunch of grinding, or there's no music anyway. And no, I didn't forget to pay my bills in due time. My bills are due today, but I only remembered that 30 seconds before the stream was about to start because I'm a mess, and I figured I should probably pay them now because 7 at night when I'm done streaming, where I live, might be a little late, and my mortgage is a little bit about that sort of thing. The Tokeneers. I like that one. Makes me think of Musketeers. And then I think we all have guns. Isn't it weird the Three Musketeers by Dumas, they had swords? What the fuck was up with that? Kind of a musketeer has a sword? A stupid idiot. Blame the French. Naming things wrong as usual. Privateers? Privateers works, but they're not the Three Privateers, they're the Three Musketeers.
Sisters. Orlana, will you please take the
This
charm
bitch
and
can't
place
see.
it where it belongs?
It's a terrible uniform. Oh, it could be a mask, I guess.
Mirabas?
Cicero?
It's been a while.
Oh, Cicero.
Losing the
It
house
is
confirmed.
you.
No, I paid up. That's the whole point. I
I
paid.
never thought. Why have you returned?
Can you, like, take that thing off your face?
Business, I'm afraid. I cannot speak too much of it.
I understand. But here? Have you come to listen to some songs?
No.
Good.
A friend of mine should be here. A mariner.
I believe
barely
heard
know her.
some of my songstresses speaking.
Got him!
He should be somewhere atop the singing tree.
I'll find him. Thank you, Mirabas.
So I think... I didn't mention this yesterday, I don't think. Excuse me. When I looked up this game on Steam, it said I could buy, like, a bunch of games in, like, a pack that was like, the something bundle. And, like, I don't know if it was the publisher or, like, this game is part of another game's lore. There's, like, a series of games in this world. Maybe not these characters. But, yeah, I don't know. Really? You're not gonna let... Really? We didn't... No one thought, let's put a fucking bridge here so we don't have to make everyone run around the whole damn thing? Architects, I tell you. Is there a mask of architecture someone could pop on and go, oh, hey, we've done a stupid thing. I can fix this in a jiff. Maybe this is what the Civil War is about. Someone wielding scythes? What's up with her? Anyway. I'm collecting those for the sake of collecting them, really.
I'm sorry.
A strange choice of greeting.
He just farted, that's
That
why he's
masked
apologizing.
her. If I hadn't done what I did, maybe she wouldn't have died.
Sorry, which one?
She wouldn't have been the first mask runner you've killed.
It's not about me. If she was still alive, maybe she could tell us where my brother
That
is.
one. Right.
Or where to find the artifacts.
You heard.
And learning how to create Masquerades again is huge, I know. But somehow, compared to finding my brother, I say that I'm scared for him. But in the end, it is I that undermines our progress to find him.
It might be the
Razatov is that much further away now.
hood or the shawl or whatever it is, but like his head looks
5
real
years
tiny.
ago, I was put on an investigation that led me to discover that my brother had been siphoning Masquerades out of the Hall of Bearings. I didn't join him in the endeavor, obviously, but I let him go. When the registry found out, and word spread, the consensus at the time was that I had to be punished. Death by hanging was the easiest option.
Really?
To remind the
kinda
others
fucked.
what awaited them should they ever place their hearts above their duty. It was your brother that sacrificed much of his clout to negotiate the terms of my punishment. He managed to reduce it from a death sentence to one of exile. Your brother saved my life, Calden.
I didn't know that.
We'll get him back, Calden. On your Mariner's moon. I'll promise that.
Thank you.
Okay, so what I was referring to, Arg, on Steam, is it's the Ysbryd. Ysbryd. Not a great name, but that's the developers. Other games they've made includes World of Horrors, Y2K, a postmodern RPG, She Remembered Caterpillars, this obviously, and Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartending, one of my favorite games, actually. So, you know, I do think compared to Valhalla, if I could say it right, Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartending, this is a significant step down. But, you know, they're also, other than being from the same group of people, aren't comparable in any way. One's a visual novel time management game, and the other one is this. So, kind of two different beasts you're dealing with there. Obviously, though, I prefer a little bit of the Valhalla. And I mean, World of Horrors, it's got to be a publisher, right? Not a developer. Because if it is a developer, that's a wild collection of games. World of Horror is a
Tides.
Who is that?
puzzle game, I guess.
Please, Orlana.
Every marshal that I've spoken to says that you knew him well.
Calden, who is this?
Inspectore, my name is Orlana Corvale, songstress of the Hall of Songs and sister of Jax's Corvale.
Orlana, do not involve the Inspectore, please.
Inspectore, this is clearly
I once
not
tried
your
asking
business.
the registry for assistance, but they turned me aside. Perhaps you will be kinder.
Orlana, you must move on.
How? My brother is dead, and I know not why.
Lot of that
how,
going around,
and
I'm
the
noticing.
only lead I have refuses to answer my questions.
There is nothing to answer.
And
You're
so
annoyed?
I
Well, that's what
approach an
playing
Inspector who
Agents of
certainly
Mayhem will
can
do to you.
A better job than I.
Cicero, we have no time for this.
Let the Inspectore.
Jaxus is gone, and no amount of investigating is going to bring him back to the shores of life. He would want you to move on.
I mean, you want to at least find his killer, right?
Orlana,
I assume that's
Calden.
the
A shadow of
circumstances
my
of his
past.
death.
we should go.
I'm sure that won't come up again. I could actually view her lore. Oh, and it's short? Oh my god. Many in the city tend to think of the songstresses as an insular and isolated from the world of the rest of Masquerada, and sometimes reminders that they have histories that involve other members of our society come as a surprise. Such as the case of Orlana Corvale. She is not a songstress I am familiar with, but evidently she shares some sort of history with Kalden that involved her brother Jaxus. I am concerned, to say the least. I hope this does not affect our investigation, but being as familiar with the movement of events in the city, I haven't got very optimistic prognosis. Even this guy, even fucking Cicero is like, look, I'm hoping I don't get involved, but I mean, fuck, it keeps happening. I'm probably gonna have to deal with this bullshit. They're a publisher? Yeah. I was gonna say, that's a wild collection of games to have developed. Also, wasn't Y2K the modern RPG? Wasn't that, like, universally despised? Didn't everyone hate that? Or am I thinking of something else? Jeff Keighley, despite being a gaming spokesperson, is not mentioned and talked about the recent layoffs and instead talking about celebrity stuff. Yeah. Duh. First of all, he's not a gaming spokesperson, he's an Xbox spokesperson. And secondly, they're not going to address that. They don't want to address that because it makes them look bad. So instead, hey, jangle keys in front of you.
What is this about?
No greetings, even?
Stop wasting my time.
Besides, Sony is really the one who... Didn't they lay off, like, all of
this investigation.
Sony London, which was, like, their VR studio?
You have expertise that my team is lacking.
Most
This is
recently.
not a good idea.
And Toys for Bob split from Activision.
1,000 crescents.
So, you
I
know,
don't have that kind of money.
we might be getting a
I will
real,
want to finish my job with your help. Amadea, what is stopping you?
might have a real Crash
Masquerades,
Bandicoot game in the
blood
future.
of the city.
Or
This
real
is our
Spyro.
chance to find out where they came from. For centuries, the histories of the land have been enigmatic. For the first time, that curtain is being lifted.
Fine.
Really?
Do you want me to back out now?
No. This is good. Thank you.
Now, where are we going?
Toth, found us a place yet?
Yes, we did.
We think you'd be most pleased with it, sir.
Well, let's hope you're right.
There's not a lot of room in this wagon, and we got a
So, what
linebacker
fruits
in
have
the
your search
back there.
It's a place called the Estiguary, sir.
Oh, Arg, by the way, Greedfall 2 got announced.
Not at all, sir. In
They
fact,
don't
the
have a
place is
release date yet,
practically
but they've
barren,
confirmed
save for
Greedfall
people
2 is
who own
coming.
it.
The owner said the war's done a toll, but he's more than willing to house us for the night. For as long as we want, in fact.
Generous. How much is he asking?
He said it depends on who we bring back.
Of course he did. I wouldn't put my trust in anyone who didn't hold a bargain.
I'm glad you think so, sir. We're just arriving.
So we found a guy renting a place to us. Oh, we're gonna sleep in the stables, aren't we? Yo, chatting with the alpacas.
Tides.
Damn,
That's...
nice place.
Beautiful.
All right, Ricardo. I hereby promise never to rat you out.
Sir, we'll go in and tell the owner that you're here. We'll be right back.
I don't understand. This is too beautiful to be so... empty.
The owner was telling us that the people of the city forgot about it ever since the war started. In the first year of the war, the road that led here was frequented by masked runners.
But they all left
Makes
this
sense
place
that people
alone?
stopped coming.
What a pity.
I'm not shedding any tears. The more space we have to ourselves, the better, I say.
Yeah, but like, no one tried to loot this place in the
He's
war?
ready for you, sir.
It's awful polite of them. It is a crime you can't interact with the cats in this game. Or the dogs, I guess. Any of the animals. The hell were they thinking? Psychonauts is next? Hell yeah, good stuff.
All right.
It's on Game Pass,
Let's see.
if you, well, I don't know if you have Game Pass.
Hello, Ven.
Wait,
You know each other.
What? I don't believe it.
How have you been?
I should be asking you that question.
Ven's facial
Rascal.
hair leads me to
Why didn't
not
you
trust
tell me
him.
you were bringing him.
Handlebar mustache and goatee.
Why don't the lot of you find some rooms that suit you? As you can tell, the entire place is basically yours.
About that, then. The twins were saying something about
It's a new protagonist, a native woman, from what
What do you
I
think
saw.
I am? Kind of man who swindles his friends?
Yes.
No, that treatment is reserved for the dastardly. You stay here for free.
Look at your facial hair and tell me you aren't dastardly. You're literally cosplaying Dick Dastardly from the Wacky
Take
Races.
something, or I'm afraid I'm going to have to walk out.
All right. But remember, you insisted. Now, please, the...
Ages, Lucia. You had me worried.
Is this a bad time? I was out in the Pale Isle when I saw you leave the spire. I hope you don't mind that I followed you. I thought it'd be prudent for me to offer an apology.
How did you keep up with
The
a
rest of you,
carriage?
call it a night. Get a room, get comfortable. I'm certain Leventhus over here can get you all settled in.
Definitely. We won't disturb. Promise.
Except before the game, it sounded like it.
All right. About suggesting that Avestus call you back, Cicero,
You can pay me
Which-
back by telling me all you know about the Masqueraders.
Sorry?
It's promising.
Hard of hearing
Greedfall
now.
2 was an interesting game,
You said
but
you were
it had a lot of
investigating
problems.
them, yes?
Gameplay-wise, mechanically, and I'm hoping
Unbelievable.
the sequel polishes that out.
Over drinks?
Sounds like a plan.
Excuse me.
So, first things first. This herald.
Fractured.
Lucius says that ever since the War of Bearings began, the Masqueraders have been fragmenting, returning back to their factions, the way things were before my brother.
And which faction has Razatov?
They call themselves the Dactytes. They're the ones we met at the Quiet Order.
Led by the Herald.
Exactly.
And what do you plan to do?
Find this herald and get Razatov back. Simple as that.
There you are.
Guys, I just showed back up to the plot.
Result?
How did you find us?
I returned to the White Spire this morning. Inspectori Lucia was there. Apparently, she'd been here for most of last night.
Hell yeah, Cicero.
Can't hide forever.
Get it, son.
Marshal, this is Armadea. She'll be lending us her expertise in the Dementicate.
You've spoken to her of the artifacts, then?
We have.
So, what are they? What do they do?
We don't
We're
know
not
that
entirely
yet.
sure yet. Our leads in the Cleaver were destroyed.
What are your plans now?
We need to get Razatov back from the Masqueraders, a faction of them called the Dactytes to be specific, and we're going to do that by finding the Herald, their leader.
Direct. How refreshing. And how do you intend to find this herald?
By finding Lysandra Rorik.
What?
The leader of the Mask Runners.
Make a distinction, Marshal. Lysandra leads the Melakate. They're not the Masqueraders with Razatov.
Best Fire
Just
Emblem girl
tell
and
me
why?
which groups I should be taking note of.
The first, the Dactytes, a new faction led by the Herald who
Can
have
you
Razatov.
narrow it down to a
The
specific
second,
game?
The remains of the Melakate.
It's kind of a lot.
Lysandra, my brother's second in command.
And you want to find her because you believe she can lead us to the Herald?
Yes, and Lucia concurs.
Inspectori, those are mask runners you're talking about associating yourself with.
We're not colluding with them. We just need information.
They are fugitives of the law.
If you have another suggestion on how we should find Razatov, please, I'm all ears.
Annie.
I hope you know what you're doing.
To find her, Lucia has suggested that we turn to a character called the Bloodless.
I suppose that is a smart move.
No.
Yeah, well,
Lucia didn't tell me
damn.
very much about the man.
He is a man without honor.
He is a smart
sounds like
with
a man
aura
without
solus
blood.
who recognizes the power of information and secrets. If there is anyone that can track a person down in the city, it is him.
The Luca have spent years attempting to locate this man. He's crossed more than a few of my guild's boundaries.
Note that we are not here to tend to the Golden Guild's interests.
You might not be.
You think Favio will be happy with you stopping this investigation just to catch one man?
Oh, fine. I will not act against him.
I do not trust him.
Calden.
I am sorry, Cicero, but there are entities in this city that I do not wish to be involved with.
For the sake of your brother, even?
As long as I don't ever have anything to do with him.
And how do you intend to establish contact with this enigma?
You seem to know a thing or two about him.
That's
I've worked with
that's
him
your plan?
before. Vasco Tessitore. He's often found in a tavern called the Bleeding Beetle. That is our best bet.
Then what are we waiting for?
The Bleeding Beetle. I mean, probably Lynn, if I had to say, Jeppo, from Game Boy Advance. Because that was the first Fire Emblem I ever played, and I have a soft spot for her.
What do you...
You seem troubled.
I stick with you for one day, and already I'm part of plans to venture into the darkest parts of the city. Masked runners, the bloodless...
Can't get a better deal than
In
that.
the shadows do secrets hide. And we are chasing big secrets.
What do you think the city will be like once we find Razatov and the artifacts?
Dorothea, is that the opera singer from Three Houses?
Masquerades will no longer be scarce, which means the fundamental threads that our society has been woven from will change. Now that even
She does have a
begins to
cool hat.
affect our world. Well, the guilds might not even need to exist. The titles of Contadani and Masked Runner might cease to mean anything. I really don't know.
I suppose we'll find out.
I'm still wondering if this game is going to do anything, like... Am I just following a straight narrative, or can I choose my
Are you
ending?
still interested in that
Siding
hobby
with
of yours?
the Civil
Collecting
War,
stones
or
and
the...
fine metals and all that?
Sorry, the Rebellion, the
Change
Mask
that
Runners,
much.
or the Imperial
Well, have
Order.
a look at this, please, and tell me all you can of it.
That's your hand. What the fuck do you want from me?
What is it? I was hoping you could tell me. I have a feeling it's got at least a few, special properties.
I'll do some tests and measurements and get back to you about it when you return.
One last thing. Don't tell the Marshal about it, if you could.
My lips are sealed.
The Marshal comes around the corner. What was that? Heard my name. I knew you were here too the whole time. The whole town knows you're here. You reminded everyone that this incredibly beautiful yet somehow empty tavern that the war hasn't touched in any way exists over here. Like, this war's been going on for years and this place is empty but still in this good of a shape? Crazy.
Where did you go?
You've seen how he is. He's a good man, Elena.
Even good men have standards.
These two are my favorite, by the way.
I hope you're not talking about me.
Sir,
Sir, we were just...
nothing.
Which side I choose? Oh, I thought you meant the fucking hotel. I was like, oh, that comes up, huh?
We'd like to practice the Visifer, sir.
Brother!
Both of you.
I apologize, sir. My brother.
Let him speak.
Yes, the both of us, sir. Meliari for myself and Messaniari for my sister.
Well, if you want to practice the Visiva, you're going to need a piece of equipment from a Masquerada, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but we understand if you don't want to do this. After all, we have nothing to our name and no credentials and...
Will this do?
Sir...
That's not an answer.
What? It would do fantastically, sir. There's enough space for the inscriptions involved in Meliare.
And the blade is more than enough to paint on. Are you sure, sir?
Is he giving them his sword?
As I get an ugly blade back, isn't it?
All right, just a minute, sir. We'll do some basic forms.
I have no idea what they're practicing. Which...
Now, the moment of truth.
I guess they've enchanted my sword.
The energies do flow smoother.
It worked, brother!
I don't believe it. Thank you, sir.
If there's anything more I can do...
Sigils, sir. Anything that has complicated Dementicate symbols. I'd like to try my hand at the more complex workings.
I'll keep an eye out. And you, Elena?
If you could find plants of the more exotic variety, I could use their dyes. A larger palette drastically alters the effects of Messaniare.
I'll bring back anything I can find.
So these guys upgrade
Now,
my equipment.
Hold on. Since you're both trained in the Visiva, you think you could handle this?
Raw masquerines.
I don't intend on getting bogged down with the documentation if I have to go through the registry's artisans to get these touched up.
Sir, this is basic work. We can get these up to scratch in no time.
Good. Until then, however, we have business to attend to.
Where,
Have we
sir?
decided yet?
An
On what?
establishment called the Bleeding Beetle. You know of it?
My Fire Emblem girl? I said
What,
Lynn
sir?
from Game Boy Advance.
Excellent. Off we go then.
Just because it was the first Fire Emblem I played and I have a soft spot for it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can just upgrade with these guys. Alright, cool. Inks. Restores 2%. 25 damage and 20 proc chance? This is all they have, so... Sure. Can I just do that for everyone? Yeah, okay. Fuck it, why not? Set everyone up like that. I haven't got anything else, so... Oh, I have to... It's a little annoying. There we go. Okay. Upgrade your stuff, including bear masks. Yeah, I gleaned that. Alrighty then.
Inspectore,
Oh, for
if you
finishing
don't
this?
mind me
I mean,
asking,
probably.
You're awfully familiar with the owner of the tavern.
He was a close friend of my family.
It'd have to
when I was
really
young.
spiral
Before I
out here
joined
for me to not be
Portieri, he
interested
shared
enough
his
to finish
purse
this.
Helped us get through rough times.
That's sweet.
And naive. Most contadini can't even fend for themselves. What sense is there in sharing?
What sense is there in not keeping everything to yourself? What's the use?
Ah, the stone-cold girl finally shows a sliver of a heart.
Oh, you're one to
It just
talk.
doesn't make sense.
Also, what do you mean finally? You met her this morning. Huh? Don't act like you know each other.
The street to get you to the Bleeding Beetle's down this way, sir. Too small for the coach.
We'll be waiting for you here, whenever you're done.
You can choose other stuff once you found more inks. Yeah, I figured. Obviously, at the beginning, it's going to be a bit limited. Oh, right, my, You're not with me. No! I like him. He's cool. Probably my biggest problem with this game, other than the music I think is not very good, but that's also personal taste. Just some of the writing. It feels so... They need, I don't know, like a spice of comedy relief or someone who's just a guy. They don't need, hello, I'm Viscati Bombardiranu. I'm the Gustavi of the Gerbongi Empire. And it's like, fucking, where's Steve the blacksmith? It's something I can wrap my head around and be like, cool, got it. An average Joe. Just one of the guys. Everyone here is like this holier-than-thou royal authority. I just need an average dude, man. Someone I can look at and be like, I get this guy. Well, every game would be better if Kiryu was in it. That's not a fair assessment of the situation. That'd be like saying it'd be better if they had jetpacks. Of course it'd be better if they had jetpacks. A ridiculous thing to say. I mean, that's just good buffing defense. Part of the reason I don't think this is a very long game is, like, this is the upgrade table, and it's already made huge progress in it. May cast again for free. Oh, fuck yeah. Excellent. It's a great upgrade. It's just good. Seems like the passive ones are the way to go, for a minute anyway. It costs 3, and... Oh, I need this first. Sure. What do you do? More mask ultimate when it's charged. Gains dirge. And ways of mask card generation regardless of current stance. Oh. I don't fuck with the stance terribly often, but that actually sounds pretty useful. Games need levity. Is there a game I like that has absolutely no levity? Serious all the way through. I mean... I'm trying to think. Silent Hill 2 leaps to mind, but, like, the scenes with Eddie and, I think, Laura the kid, like, in the bowling alley eating pizza, that's kind of funny. It's not a lot of levity, but it's there.
It's just ahead.
I know, bitch.
That's him. The one with the flute.
He's good.
among the city's best. We should get closer.
I wonder if he's the last party member because of, you know, the way he looks unlike everyone else in the entire... You couldn't even have them, like, off-screen? They gotta be right there waiting for me? Okay. I mean... They're right there. Just saying. Clearly my adversaries.
By the ages.
What do you see?
There, over by the side. That man with the guards.
Okay.
That's Izander Urshel. He's the leader of the Salt Breeders.
Arg, name an
The small
entirely
national
serious
faction
game.
that existed before the war. Apparently, they're still around.
I've heard of them. Getting Contadoni addicted to stone salt, then charging exorbitantly. They've practically robbed hundreds of families of their stability.
And nothing's been done about it.
And nothing will be done. Not today, at least. Remember who we're here for.
Thank you, thank you.
He's getting away.
I mean...
Marshal, don't do anything.
He's not who we're here for. Oh my god.
You, stay where you are.
What are you doing?
What? Protect me.
Oh, great.
I'm ready.
Yeah, a whole lot of not our business. Outlast is all work, no play. Horror games are sort of the outlier to that argument. One could argue there's a bit of humor. It's been a while since I've played it, but I think his name is Traeger, the doctor with, like, the huge scissors that's cracking jokes the whole time. I'd argue that's a bit of levity. Now, you're still fighting for your life and he'll murder you, but he's way more charismatic than the fucking huge dude that's stomping around at the beginning and the invisible guy at the end. Anyway, squirrels! Oh, I see how it is. Ranged attacker over here, huh? Not having any of that garbage. Excellent.
What in all the legacies do you think you're doing?
That man is Izander.
I know who he is, damn it. He has a contract on his head for blood's sake.
You mean that...
Forget it! I see you're with Armadea. You're here for the Bloodless?
Yes.
Wow.
Then you will listen to me. Lysander is a large man, with a love for large spaces. He will not take any of the alleyways, and neither will you.
What do you mean by...
You will follow him, chase him, and he will send his guards to stop you. Be a dear and take care of them for me.
What do you do?
Does that last long?
Sleep to the shadows. If you do your job right and keep him...
I want to
lying
say
down
like
the wide
6 or
street,
7
you'll be
hours.
able to take care of him once he's alone. I repeat, alone. That means...
No guards, we get it.
Good. Then go before you lose him.
Yeah, see, this guy seems like he's a bit fun. Vasco here. Some whack job cracking jokes in the context of Outlast isn't exactly levity. What do you mean? That's exactly what levity is. He's a whack job who's cracking jokes. Everyone else is screaming and dying and in their own filth. And he's just like, cutting your fingers off, you escape. And he's like, always start with the toes. Damn, should have known better. He's great. Now, again, it's not... The scene itself in full context is still, you're gonna die if you fuck up. But he's better than, like, the fucking... what is his name? Walker, I think? John Walker, the fucking huge dude from the beginning of the game who, like, throws you through windows and shit. He's more fun than that guy. I'm not saying it needs to be a lot of levity in a game, but or in a story even, but every story I think needs at least a little bit of fun, especially in a game where the point of your playing is you're having fun. Ultimately, that's why we play games. They're fun.
Stop! There's 3 of them. We can take them on. Protect me.
Let's do this.
Boy, the market's really clear the fuck out. Not like that first place we were in where I got robbed in broad daylight. Squirrels!
Don't let him get away!
Get back here, you son of a bitch!
have to fight! Hold your ground!
Boy, just a typical day in the market, and it's being ruined by these men. These men being me. Go. Get the bard, damn you! Chase the bard down! Very silly watching the bard run away holding a bagpipe. Just bagpipe running away. Guy chasing after her with a sword while she furiously pipes away at it. Ridiculous. Unintentionally ridiculous, I think, but ridiculous all the same.
There, ahead.
Really highlights the ridiculousness of bards when all they can do is just play music in battle. Oh wow, he just fucking
Well, Isaac.
rinsed that guy.
You've been a tough rat to catch. I did nothing wrong. Oh, how entertaining the words of the ignorant can sometimes be.
He really does
You
sound like
consider
Robbie
ruining
Damon.
the lives of hundreds of Contadani. Nothing wrong. They came to me for the salt. They wanted it. I never forced it on them.
You need salt to live, though.
You simply lied to them. Told them it was medication. And then you watched their lives fall apart in front of you as you grew fat upon their innocence.
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds bad.
You have my word. I'll give them back the money, I swear. A kind offer. How unlike you, Izander. People change. Go then. The Laboris will keep its ear out.
Wow. I really thought he was going to be like, too late. Stab him in the gut.
Hunt me again, I'll say. A fair deal. Off you go then. Now, time for the real show. Think you can threaten me?
Great. What are you doing? Yeah. Yo, that's a mean flute he can play.
So much cleaner for the heart when they fall upon their own blade, wouldn't you say?
You stabbed him in the
You were
back,
going to
though,
try
and he
that.
fell forward.
Of course I did. Stick around in my vein of work long enough, and you learn that people like that never change. But the lot of you clearly haven't been in this vein for very long.
No, not at all.
Silence, bloodling.
And you are in a position to say such a thing. You who ruined the entire plan.
As if you even had a plan. You're nothing but...
Izander Urshel is a man of habit and a man of fine hearing. After every strong performance he witnesses, he retreats to his abode in the dim way, intent on scribing out the music.
Huh.
This is the only time you will ever catch him without his guards, the time when his neck is most ripe for the cutting. So yes, O Golden One, I had a plan. But come, enough talk of the dead. You've helped me clear a contract. I suppose introductions are at least necessary? My name is Vasco Tessitore, bloodling of the Laboris Solace.
I like this guy.
And I...
He seems like he's
Inspectore
fun.
Cicero Gavar of the Registry. Amadea Invidius, Initiate.
Oh, he is Robbie
Dieci
Damon. There you
Sovrani.
go.
And Lumbering Cow, mistaken for Luca Infinita.
How dare you?
Hold, Marshal.
Well,
We've come with a purpose.
if the hoof fits. Ha
We need to speak with the Bloodless.
I'd guessed as much when I saw Amadea with you. Though I am curious to ask, such strange company you're keeping, my dear.
Technically, Yuri
Well,
is,
the winds of change
he's
are blowing.
cameoed in Critical Role.
And the paths of the supple carried along. I see. Well,
Oh, don't stop there.
I'm sorry?
Certainly you'll not quote one half of the song without the other. The branches of death lull to its beat,
and in their wake do the sleepers weep. Oh, truly, what a choice of companion, Amadea.
You know the song?
My brother taught it to me, yes. It seems you've forgotten who I am.
Oh, shit.
I'm afraid I had.
Got him.
Excuse me. What is going on?
Nothing, Marshal. Just exchanging words about an old ditty.
Indeed.
But enough of that.
Little ditty.
I'm sure we'll have more time to talk later.
Critical
yes?
Role had a one-off that was like,
We'll head back to the Estiguary. We can all speak a little bit
the
more
gimmick
then.
was it was like a singles cruise for, I think,
A question.
Disney
Bloodlet,
characters.
before we talk
Like,
business.
someone was the
I
Queen
say,
of Hearts from Alice in
you sing
Wonderland.
Songs and tell tales
Yuri
of the
Lowenthal's
lives
in
of
that.
others,
I
yes?
forget who he was.
That I do. I also eat and drink and sometimes sleep.
Have
As
you
one
ever
does.
heard of a young boy who went by the name of Jabs before? His mother had been a dirge in the Laboris as well. Talia Victus.
Not names that chime in my memory, no. Why?
Why, you say?
It sounds strange, but you remind me a little of him.
He must be quite the fetching man.
Well, if you were alive, perhaps.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It has been enough years for that wound to close. Forget I ever brought it up.
Felicia Day is only in one or
My,
two episodes of
what a
Critical Role
beauty.
from ages ago. But
Already
yeah, she
you're
was in
taking
it.
me to the good places in Spatore.
If you're gonna count Yuri
Marshall,
and Felicia, it's
if you
5,
watch
but
him-
it's understandable if you
I
don't.
don't want him breaking anything inside.
They're just
Does
so
that
minor.
include his face?
Yes. You don't like him.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I knew I liked him for a
What
reason.
did you expect me to say? Hello, I was a mask runner. I hope you don't mind.
When you use mask runner code phrases in front of me, that's basically what you're saying anyway.
Yeah.
Why did you suggest the Bloodless? Surely you know where Lysandra is.
It's been years since I left the Malacate. He's the best lead we have.
Why did you leave?
Reasons.
Great.
I won't pry.
What?
Most of the time when people ask why I left the city, I usually feel like introducing them to my fist, so... Yes, I understand if you don't want to talk about it. Besides, it's not why you're here anyway.
You're right. It's not.
We'll continue this another time.
Oh dear. Calden's heard something he doesn't like.
Enough, Mariner.
What's going on?
Ah, Inspectore. Perhaps you can be of assistance in this matter.
Why did you bring him back here?
We are to speak to him in the privacy of our lodging. I see no issue with that.
Honestly, neither do I.
Do not speak to me of honesty. You work for the Bloodless. You don't even understand the word.
Some prejudice
Captain,
here.
what is wrong with you?
With me, this man is a tool the Bloodless has used to spread his tides of corruption through the city. Why do you bring him into this house?
To get your brother back. Now sit. We are having civil conversation.
I'm exciting, I know.
Now is not the time for glibness.
Oh, it's always the time.
All right, all right.
It's glib
The
o'clock,
Bloodless
baby.
has numerous contracts, each with varying difficulty. It is my task to judge which contract is worthy of the price you demand.
So, it sounds like
Two
he's
questions
just
are all we wish to ask.
a bounty hunter.
Ask away.
Assassin, probably,
I
but...
do not believe you should be privy to these questions.
What the...
Agreed. Your tongue is far too loose to trust.
Well, then, I don't think we're getting anywhere.
Standards,
Yeah.
Nothing else. I have not survived as an agent of the Bloodless by dancing through the streets, tongue wagging. If this discussion is to progress any further, you must first pay me with trust.
The first step into the mire.
Silence, Mariner. You are seated in the quiet chair. You are not allowed to speak
Aw,
unless
man.
you come and sit at the speaking table.
Man, hate the
Rules
quiet
of
chair.
Civilized conversation. So, what shall it be then, Inspectore?
We wish to ask him the following questions.
Cicero!
Chair.
The mask runners have a figure in their ranks they call the Herald. Where can we find him?
All right. And?
Where can we find Lysandra Rorik?
For those two questions, I have a contract in mind. Perhaps the Mariner would like to be here to hear it in its entirety?
I can hear you fine from here.
Fine. It is a matron.
What?
I can hear you fine from here. Did someone say something?
Yeah, I like Vasco. He's great.
Explain.
The contract has been placed on the Matron of the Withering Mast.
Matron Beneva?
The Withering Mast is a ward of the Sorelle known for taking in single mothers with little hope left in the world.
and in doing so has only helped dozens of mothers and their families.
No. She has abused the women, plunged them into a life of prostitution. Their children are not spared that fate. There are some in this city that would pay heavy crescents for a child.
Liar.
Well, no.
You do well to understand
Unfortunately,
how seriously
probably
the lawyers
right.
take their contracts, Mariner. If the intelligence says that she is guilty, be assured that you will find no evidence otherwise.
And if we fulfill this contract, the Bloodless will meet us?
The Bloodless will give you your answers. Yes.
This guy's gonna be the
She is a
Bloodless. I'm
matron
calling
of
it
the
right now.
Sorelle, Cicero, a matron of my guild. I need to see for myself if this is true. I'm going.
Do you want us with you,
No.
or?
You have a vested interest in this, Mariner.
Yeah,
But
that's
And
why.
seeing another Sorelle asking about her ward, it'll raise flags, don't you think?
Oh, you're right. I'll take along 2 of the others. Any more and it'll be suspicious.
You get mad at that? Of
We'll
course he
await your
would.
decision
I think a
downstairs.
lot of people would get mad at child prostitution, Jeppo. It's not really an issue a lot of people are
Quite a
on the
temper
fence
back
about.
there.
The man brings dark tides, and I do not like it.
What do you have against him?
Some burdens are better borne on the shoulders of many. Mine are not such burdens. But I appreciate the thought.
Razatov is somewhere out there, and I need your mind on this. Fully. I can see dark clouds in your eyes. You are drifting from this investigation. I don't want that. Whatever these burdens of yours are, if you ever think sharing them might help,
The others are waiting for you.
just remember my offer.
What was the name of the game? It was... I played it ages ago. It's not Ghost Trick. It's Murdered Soul Suspect. I remember I really liked a bit in that game where, yeah, he's the last party member. Oh, he's a wind boy too. Hell yeah. Oh, he's got squirrels! Squirrels. Yeah, there's a bit in Murdered Soul Suspect where you find a guy in the basement of a jail who's a ghost, and you ask him, like, hey, anything you need help with? And I remember him going, nah, you got your own problems, I'm good. And I'm like, fucking thank Christ, finally an NPC who's like, no, actually, I don't have any side missions for you, but thanks for asking. Peace. I loved it. Played it on YouTube ages ago. Back in, I want to say... 2015, 2014, right around then. Is this my passive ability as well, or? No, it's a different one. Interesting. Increased focus recovery when the caster moves. Oh yeah, but you're like a range boy. You've got like your flute. Reduce all skill cooldown by 5%. That's pretty good. Reduce threat. I wish I had that. Oh wait, can I? I suppose this is the opportunity. Nah, I can't put these in other people's... Damn! Requiem. Channel spirits, target's location, deal 8 base damage. Well, we gotta get the squirrels, first and foremost. Gotta get them squirrels! Yep, squirrels. Do vulnerability. Alright, he's got squirrels. All leveled up. Good stuff. Anyway. Reduces enemies' attack speed by 25%. Skill cooldown of all allies inside Requiem get reduced by 0.3 seconds per second. Every 3 seconds, it's reduced by a second? Eh. Learn that just to have it, and... Sure. Fuck around with some tags, I guess. Anyway. That's that. Is it good? It's fine. It would have been better. It's kind of a detective game. There's no combat. There's just like stealth segments where you have to sneak up behind people.
Cicero, Ven was telling me we had.
It would have been much better if it was like
Olivia,
dedicated
missed you
just to
last
being the
night.
mystery with no
I
combat,
was
but they
out
chickened
with
out
Ven.
and put in these
We had some
awful
errands
stealth
to run,
sections, so it's not
shopping
great.
for Seho's sojourn. It's tomorrow, after all.
Damien?
Oh, Cicero. It's been that long, hasn't it?
I'm afraid I'm missing something.
Cicero, meet Damien Marimbus, our son.
Damn!
Is this?
He's got to be like
That's
10 or
him.
12.
Wow.
How long have I been
Pleasure,
away?
sir. Real pleasure.
What awful stories has your father told you about me?
Oh, awful. You're kidding, sir. Nothing short of amazing they are.
5 wasn't...
Ven.
Ugh.
I speak the truth.
I'm gonna regret
What can I
saying
say?
this, but I'm betting 5
I'm
wasn't
sorry for
that
taking
long
your
ago
time,
for
Cicero.
Devil May Cry?
You're busy, I'm sure. And we have preparations to make for the festival, but it was nice seeing you again.
Why are we having a festival in the
And
middle
you
of a
as well,
war?
Olivia. You won't be going off from here anytime soon, will you?
5 was 2019.
No.
Oh,
We'll be
God.
seeing you around, Cicero.
Ah,
Don't
that
worry.
hurts.
Excellent.
5 years
Then
ago.
until next time.
Ah. To be fair, the gap between 4 and 5 was pretty huge, though, so... This isn't new for Devil May Cry.
Amadea,
Not now.
I
Okay.
wasn't going to talk about that. I was going to ask about how you knew the Bloodling.
Same thing.
Yeah, people know each
You
other,
met
dude.
him as a mask runner?
I thought you said you weren't going to talk about it.
In front of
I
everybody.
just need to know if we can trust him.
We can.
Oh, alright then.
All right. If you say so.
Yeah, I buy it. Cicero and Ven, as he likes to call him, haven't met in a long time, even prior to his exile. Yeah, they mentioned as such.
So, found anything?
I wasn't able to do very much without the proper tools. Livia's got them from the market, though, so I'll be able to conduct further tests now, but nothing so far.
Well, if you do find anything, let me know, all right?
Of course.
God, can talk to everybody.
So, how is Fabio taking the news?
He doesn't plan to stand in your way, if that's what you mean. He's as interested in the nature of them as we are.
Do you think you'll say the same once we find out what they actually do?
You ask when you already know the answer.
The bartender is Yuri
Right.
Lowenthal. Okay.
I was just hoping, I suppose.
Look forward, Inspectore. We have work to do.
Yeah, I am looking forward. That's the problem. You're gonna eventually betray me. It sounds like.
Settled in already, I see.
It's quite the lovely place you have, really. And quite the motley crew as well.
Don't I know it?
It's not every day you see drops of colors in such close proximity. Golds and blues and browns. Makes me wonder, though, what strange reasons glue this lot together?
It's actually just a bag
Perhaps
of M&Ms.
If you do your job, you might find out.
Yes, of course. We'd best get on with it then, no?
Alright. The hell's over here? Probably the way to go. Up! Training grounds. Again, training grounds when you're in the courtyard. Reset your skills and test the new... Oh. That's handy. This game's art style reminds me... It's not the same studio, obviously. Fuck. I can never remember the name of them. The guys who did Hades and Bastion. It's like... Tiny big, big giant, super big.
Here we go, sir. All touched up.
This, the art style here looks a lot like one of the games they did called Pyre, which I quite like. Super giant, thank you. Pyre's very good. The art style reminds me of it. Pyre is a visual novel mixed with 3v3 basketball, so, you know. Real niche genre of game, but it is, in my opinion, their second best game.
Where to, sir?
A Sorelle Ward, the Withering Mast.
Because the writing and characters are phenomenal. Basketball? You heard me. Select my party. Well, he can't come with me, so even if I, like... Oh, I can only have 3 in a party. Oh. Ain't that some shit. I thought I'd get 4. That's a little irksome, because I really like this guy and I want to bring him, but he has the same abilities I do. On the other hand, I am playing on easy baby mode for children, so...
It's rather curious that we're traveling to a Sorelle ward without our Sorelle.
There are some
Don't judge me!
Less than wanted.
Now is one of those times?
Unfortunately so.
I do like that they wrote that in,
Even
though.
the best of the guilds still has shadows, doesn't it?
Oh, well, no, I guess that's always the conversation, though, eh? Because our Sorelle is, Callan, or whatever his name is. So they all would have had that conversation. Schmasks. Alright. Yeah, I couldn't pick Callan, though, so... What are you gonna do? What, these crates? For the night? The fuck are they talking about?
This is it.
Crazy. I think you can 4, but blue linebackers sing this one out, and Vasco isn't a member of the party. He's right there. What do you mean? He's right. He's in the party. He's there on the upgrade table, and he's currently in my party. What do you mean he's not a member of the party? Can I suggest Pyre? Party behavior. Oh, let's go to Vasco real quick. Oh wow, he has a tab in party behavior. That's weird. Yeah, you can suggest Pyre. I played it on YouTube ages ago, but I wouldn't mind replaying that. The story can be very different depending on how you play, and I always meant to do another playthrough with different choices. Just to see how it plays out.
An Inspectore. It is rare to see a member of the White Spire in a blue ward. It is brave of you to come.
It is only brave if there is a reason to be afraid.
Oh, damn.
And there isn't, of course. My name is Matron Beneva.
Get her!
And mine you needn't know.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Very friendly, this
I
visit.
understand. Well, I shouldn't keep you too long then.
Damn.
It seems the lot of you have a purpose here. I'd best leave you to it.
Never played easy mode. Party mount might be different. Why would they limit my party on easy
We
mode?
need to find evidence of what she's up to.
I'm thinking I can't take
Be able to tell us more.
I can't take Callan anyway, so they're limiting it to 3 because one of my party members is unavailable. So, you know, after this, I'm betting I might get 4.
Excuse me, miss. Have you a moment to spare?
What do you want?
My name is Cicero.
Sable.
And your child?
Why are you here, Inspectore?
The fuck do you want?
Do you spend all your afternoons at this table?
Some. Others I spend in my room.
Wasn't variable in
Most
character
days
selections.
that you
He
spend
was.
out here.
That's how I selected him.
What
do you mean?
exactly? I do not see very many things for one to busy oneself with.
The comfort of peace and solitude. The nursing hall sometimes gets noisy. Sasha doesn't sleep well there.
That is considerate.
Of course. I would do anything for my daughter.
Truly?
If you have an answer that you are attempting to goad out of me, ask the right question.
Stop wasting my time, bitch.
You're a direct woman.
There is no room in this world for subtlety.
Wrong.
When you need to survive, you cannot spare thoughts for the game of questions.
Wrong.
You ask, you answer, you move on. Treasure the moments in between.
Is that what life is
And
like?
yet Vasco's in my party.
Ask,
Arg, I
answer,
don't...
Move on.
What are you talking
To
about?
the next question, the next meeting.
Vasco's in my party.
You are just like them.
Sable, please.
You're not an Inspectore. You're a beast.
You are mistaken. I have not come here to...
Sable. Again? If the matron learns that you are displeasing our guests...
It is all right, Sorelle.
Oh, am I
There is no
required
issue
to have him?
Well, if there is
I mean, in case you must bring him along.
Spittori,
Maybe.
anything at all.
We are fulfilling a contract
right
he set
over
up, so... That would mean I could only pick one.
You have spirit. Your daughter has been very quiet.
You said that I was mistaken. Prove it. Tell me you are not of their kind.
Who are they?
I am not.
Okay, I'm not, though.
By all the ages
Whoever
you
they
have
are,
been
I'm not a
burned
part
in
of them.
my heart.
Then help me. Please.
Your daughter?
Beneva,
Lost legacies.
will you help me, Inspector?
Yes.
Now...
Yes, I will.
Then follow me.
Are all the women here that are nursing children just holding slabs of concrete? Because, like, that's not a
Everything is fine,
good
Asha. Just fine. Oh, and Asha,
cover.
would you please let Divina know that my room is looking a little lonely at the moment?
What? Are you Asha? What the fuck did any of that mean? Skills, masks. Yeah, I don't, I might only be limited to one, because one of them wasn't available. There's no way for me to check, unfortunately. Best I can do is party behavior and case notes. Ah, well. Vasco wasn't there. He's in the... Well, he's in the group, so... Oh, maybe I missed it. I have to go back and look now, because I have no idea. I assumed he was there. I thought I picked him, because I'm like, hell yeah, I want to bring this guy along. Because I remember looking at the bottom and being like, I want to bring Vasco, but he's got the same element I do, so it's silly, but I'm uneasy anyway, so...
Sable, what is going on here?
Routine, Inspectore.
Cicero, please. I'm not acting within the authority of the registry. Not now.
Cicero. The women in this bunko are put on rotation.
That's Spanish for bank.
Every 10
It's
days,
probably
we
not.
must meet our quota of customers, and only then can we see our babes again. In the meantime, we are given that.
A towel?
To remind us of why we must work. When we have
Wouldn't-
our darlings back.
Wouldn't like a doll
they
make
lock
more
us in a
sense?
room beneath the ground until our names appear on the roster again.
Gross.
It will change.
How is any...
Now.
This seems
I came
comically
for 2
evil.
hours. I need...
It has been settled. Ah, Divina. Pleasure you could join us.
Cicero, what is...
Huh. Well then.
If this plan goes wrong, she will not have to lie when she tells them she was no part of it. She and her babe will be safe.
What's happening? Don't worry about
Not
it.
hit her hard, so we don't have much time.
Where's
The passage
Spyro?
to the chambers beneath are down the hall.
I can't
Beneva
remember the
keeps
name of
those
the
who are
world
not
he's
on
from.
duty on the first
Hanging out with
level
Nasty
beneath
Nork.
the earth.
But there are more levels beneath.
When we are on duty, she takes our babes and descends further. I don't know what awaits us beyond. I've never
Skillet.
been deeper myself.
Indeed. To give you the quick summary, 7-9, we're here to assassinate a woman who's pretending to be a nun but secretly running a whorehouse that keeps babies in a basement so that their moms have to sleep with people. And then when they do get their babes or babies back, it's not for very long. They're also put in an underground cell until they have to go back to sex trade. It's, as I said, comedically evil. That might be why they only let me have 2 party members, because she's with us for this. This is not the way. Alright, my bad.
She has taken all 3 of them into her room.
That cape is just cloth over the shoulder of a mortal. A mortal thirsty for flesh.
I bet they kick
But
kittens, yeah.
Her job is done. It is time for us to retrieve Sasha for her.
Sasha.
Twice, even. They kick kittens twice, just for good measure. They cut in line at the DMV.
The stairs down are just beyond this door.
I understand how a stairwell works.
Cicero, they're likely guarded.
I understand how a guarded stairwell works.
Stand for the foul.
Kitten shouldn't have been in the way then. Well, that'll learn it, won't it?
What are you doing here? Here they come.
All right, you know how this goes. Squirrels! Oh, I should, hold on. Party behavior, yes. Let's go to Vasco here. Squirrels. Cast an enemy with highest health. There we go. Requiem, we'll do 2+ enemies. Cluster can be 1+. Windburst is tagged. Sure, that sounds all fine. I didn't set parameters for him yet. Anyway. Get the guy playing the horn. Fuck him up.
It's through this latch.
I will give the game a compliment here. I like that I can't loot bodies, because if I could, inventory management and comparing weapons and stats, blah fucking blah. I would hate that. They're just dead and you move on. Love it. Great. Do more of that, please. They in here?
Intruders! Ha! This'll be fun.
Okay, then. Can we eat them and absorb their power? No. As far as I know, this is a vor-free game. Oh, we got ink. Hell yeah.
Intruders!
Ah, eyes from the White Spire.
Stay back, Sable.
Finally gathered the gold to try, did you? You seem to have forgotten what happens to the children of women who...
You leave Sasha alone!
Oh, don't waste your words. When you're gone, you won't be able to shed tears for her anyway. And you, Inspitore, it seems you've found out about my little operation. I'm afraid I can't let you leave now.
Ready yourselves.
I mean, my goal is to kill you, so... one of us isn't leaving, clearly. I wonder what 7-9's gonna reference when all of the games in that stupid fucking copy pasta have been played at this point. Spyro's the only one left. I say that like he doesn't talk about fucking Squeak Squad every opportunity he gets. The occasional sour note on the horn is very funny. She has too much health. I'll say it. Like, you need to be cut down, woman. Well, there she goes. Increase the number.
No! Cicero! She's going after
Come on.
Sasha!
Yeah, I really just let her get away, didn't I? That was a bit, you know... kind of dropped the ball on that one, Cicero. What are we doing? All the evil doing really increases her durability. Oh, shit, is that why people are evil? That makes sense. Raw Masquerade. Oh, wow. That was just hanging out there, huh? Cool.
A final chance, Inspitore. Turn and leave, and the blood of the innocent needn't be on your hands.
I will not let willful ignorance cost the people of this Banco their lives, Beneva.
Oh, you interfering will do far worse than that, I assure you.
Beneva, please.
Enough!
I mean,
if talk will not turn you away, then perhaps
we already killed a few innocents. No, they were definitely guilty.
Here we go.
Innocents have died because of us, but we have not personally killed any innocents. Get back here, you son of a bitch! Get back here, you son of a bitch. Again, something very funny about the ones who play songs running away while frantically piping.
No! You will see what you have cost them.
Sasha!
We gotta stop letting this woman get away. You guys ever heard of an attack of opportunity? Asking for a friend. Why do I run away? We're not very good at our jobs.
You have lost, Beneva. Stand down and let the people of this Banco go.
This is Umber, Inspitore. Nothing is lost until death.
Oh, they're saving it for counterspell. That makes sense.
Watch your flanks.
Oh, well now she's a proper boss, so likely we'll kill her here. Guess we had to wait for her health bar to load in. Squirrel! I love that the tail of the squirrel is like twice the size of the squirrel. It's adorable. She's attacking the baby, by the way. Like, freezing the child. That's pretty fucked. Being honest with you. Well, that is not the screen I wanted to see. She is dead. She died as the baby died. It was actually very frustrating.
Lost, Beneva. Stand down and let the go, my friends. Go!
How could I kill those babies indirectly like that? You know, say in-game. Twitch, in-game. It's all in-game. I don't know. I guess I didn't think she'd do it. Thought she'd chicken out. The question is now, can I kill her faster? But if I kill her fast enough... See, the babies are safe. I just killed her fast enough. Now, they're probably frostbitten.
The mechanisms of a contract, Beneva.
But they live.
The Labores are fools.
Should have done that the first time. I tried.
Everything into their own hands, but you.
Why didn't I?
You have seen through their ideals.
Hesitation.
You know why this place exists.
I am not here for your justifications.
Of why this place exists.
Goodbye.
For you to make money? I don't know why this place exists, if I'm being honest with you.
Sasha!
This horrible brothel for widowed mothers?
Take it in. We owe it to you.
Please, Sable. If it hadn't been for you...
Stop it, Cicero. You know where the true credit lies.
Looks like they're leaving.
Goodbye, Inspitore.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, job well done. Pat ourselves in the back, everybody.
Leaving so soon?
Do I know you? Apparently I do.
Good thing you did today.
What are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on my wards, of course. And the people who interfere with them.
I'm sorry
I'm the head matron of the
killed
Sorelli,
a
lest you've forgotten.
pimp
and you let
who
this
was
pass?
kidnapping people?
I did not encourage it, certainly. But Beneva had her uses, though even she was not aware of my gaze.
Bro, she was gonna kill children.
You seem to care none that Beneva is now gone.
In the city, those who cannot learn to ride the tides of change will quickly drown beneath
Tides to change, she had babies
There is
hostage.
appreciation to both the Labores and the Registry for rooting out the rotten flesh. A promise from one of the lesser matrons that she will take care of this ward better than Beneva.
The bar's pretty low.
In the grand scheme, there is little that is lost from the late matron's departure.
Then why didn't you handle it sooner?
Surely
She literally kidnapped babies.
Shadows.
It's come to my knowledge that you're traveling with
New
one of my
babies to
marins.
replace them. It's fine.
What of it?
Are you aware
Sure.
that he is in charge of an orphanage?
He mentioned it, I think,
Mentioned
yeah.
it briefly before.
Yeah.
Today a songstress came by asking for him.
Okay.
Orlana.
She's asked for his place of residence, invoking her authority as songstress to claim the knowledge.
An evil
we
one?
told her
No, I think
about
it's
the
fine.
sail heart.
You want me to tell him?
Why does everyone know
You
about
could
this
be
place?
so kind. I have a feeling this might be something he'd want to know.
I'll see to it that he does.
Couldn't have sent like a fucking pigeon? Or... People in the
Now,
city
I
aren't
best
super
be
up on
off.
morals.
The
Yeah,
events
even though they
here
go
clearly
around
taken care of
fucking
themselves.
prattling on about it.
Until next time, Cicero.
But still,
Let's
like,
get
there's
back.
being...
I have news for the mariner.
They put an ad in the paper. There's being, like, low moral fiber, like, I cut a purse every now and then, and I jaywalk. And then there's, I literally kidnap children and force women into prostitution. There's low moral fiber, and then there's evil, okay? It's... If they turned a blind eye to some low moral fiber, I wouldn't, be complaining. They're actively allowing evil to exist. And that's, in my opinion, a problem. You have 3. I think I can, finish this up. Yeah, I'll just upgrade you in case I do fuck around with the stances. You got 5. Maximum focus by 50. Probably want that, right? That way you're just passively generating focus. You got 3. Is this the same for everybody? Sure. Whoops. Reduce threat generated. No, I want threat because it takes it off of me. So we'll do that. Shot damage by 20. I mean, that's just good. Dealing damage per second to any enemy that touches it. I'd rather... Just better off pure damage. Nathan, you're unbanned. Good news. And there's a battle royale starting.
And you
Hopefully
are
soon.
certain that it's true?
The messenger that delivered it was trustworthy, yes.
I need to go.
What is it?
Earlier this day, you offered to listen to my
Kaida got it.
words.
Thank you, wife.
That offer still stands.
You should follow me. But you alone.
Okay. Come on, guys. We're following him alone. Oh, I get it now. All right, what's everyone doing? She's reading the message boards. Just chilling. And then this guy, all the way over here, he's at the talking table. Good for him. The Battle Royale's down to 7-9 in ARG. Ah, ARG won. Should be paper learning about the baby killing operations around town. The approved baby killing operations, apparently.
Calden?
What?
Talk to me about the sail heart. I'd like to know more about it.
12 years ago.
All right, skip a few.
I had just been promoted to skipper and had been given a home in the Tempered Tides. It wasn't a big place, but it was decent enough for a whole family, though I lived alone. One day, there was a loud rapping on my door. It was raining.
It was Marshall Mathers himself.
Knocks from the thunder, but I opened the door and found him, dressed in the gold of the Luca.
Yeah,
standing
Eminem.
before me, drenched in rain and blood.
You're just describing Eminem.
In his arms, he carried a body. A young girl that had belonged to a mask runner his patrol had killed. He secretly broke away from them and brought her to the first house with lights, not even knowing if I would take them in. That child was Vint, the first of my 11.
Ah.
And so began what you know as the Sailheart.
This is your orphanage.
Sounds like quite the hero. Who was this, from the Golden Guild?
Jaxus.
Jaxus Corvale, the songstress's brother.
Yes.
Huh. Well, I imagine you and Jaxus are probably, chums, then.
Come on out, little girl.
Get away!
Leave her alone.
Ready yourselves.
God. Banditos and thugs attacking the first orphanage they see. What is this? The fucking last place we were at? Come on, guys. You're better than that. They're just coming in for every angle. Oh my god. They got him.
Vind, it's me.
Oh, thank the ages, Cal.
What happened?
Those men, they must have followed the songstress. I think they were thinking of robbing her, but when they saw the Sailheart...
As long as you're safe.
I'm fine.
You mentioned a songstress.
She's left. I'm sorry. She sounded as if she knew you. Once she came in, we couldn't stop her.
Tides.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm sure she didn't fuck up an orphanage any. Yo, is this a doghouse? Hell yeah. Oh, no, it's Raw. Oh, it's Max. It is a doghouse. Hell yeah. Still, who looks at an orphanage and says, perfect to rob? Orphans known for having lots of money.
Please, please.
Calden, what are you searching for?
Tides, where is it?
Calden!
It's gone.
Please, Calden.
No! No.
Some idiots.
What were you looking for?
My journal.
She took it?
She must have. It's not here.
That would...
And you're worried about a journal?
What's so special about this journal? Oh my god, it has poems from when he was a teenager written in it. She's gonna tell everybody. Oh, it's gonna be so embarrassing for you. I'm so sorry. But I will be making fun of you when she publishes them. It's his old LiveJournal website.
What is this?
Dude, you're the size of a house. Just break the door down.
By the ages.
You don't need this room, right? Just break it down.
No one's. Not anymore.
Break it down. Is this Jaxus by the golden armor, I'm gonna assume?
Armor of the Luca.
Jaxus.
Yep.
This was his room.
Yep.
It was ours.
Aww.
Calden.
They were roommates.
Songs unsung.
Now you understand.
I'm afraid I do.
And?
I don't know.
All right. Please. Close the doors behind
Why did he break his own
Calden,
doors
wait.
down? I don't know. Why not?
The sunset. What a view.
Interesting takeaway there.
A tattoo kit?
The man had tattoos. What's your problem? Hey, Cal, I know you told me to stop writing, but why is this in your room? Don't worry, I can be quiet when I need to, like a child or a small bird or whatever, you get it. And the messenger that's delivering this knows better than to stick his nose where it doesn't belong. Luca are like that. Yeah, except me, of course. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something when I get back. This is a primer, so brace yourself. I love you. What a nice thing for a roommate to say. There, I wanted to get it out of the way, and I don't know if you know this, but as of my writing this letter, I've been away from you and Vint for around 26 days, and it's made me realize something. I'm nothing without you, except handsome. True, I assume. So I want you to think about something, and I know it scares you. It's called the future. You, me, Vint, maybe one or two more, a dog, maybe, in case I'm not being clear enough, since you can sometimes be a little dense, and I mean that in the most endearing way. I want to stay with you, live with you, love with you. Does that make sense? I don't know. All I know is that you are the best thing that's happened to me, and I'm not saying that because life is bad out here. Well, it is. I'm saying that because I mean it. With all my heart, I cannot wait another day to let you know that, so think about it. All right, love, Jax. Historians will say they were the best of friends. Children aren't quite. Wow. You mean quiet? Because they certainly aren't, I'll tell you that. Aww.
Zeph drew that.
It's adorable.
He told me.
Guessed as much when I saw him leave.
I think I might have offended him.
Did you insult Jax?
No, I just said I didn't know how I feel about it all.
Nah, he's not offended then. Sad.
The
maybe,
absolute
but
best
not
of
offended.
friends, indeed.
Cal's better than that.
You always know.
Yep, a whole lot of us do. And we only love him more for it. He and Jax took good care of us. Better than any of our real parents did, at least.
And you have no issue?
No offense to your mighty cape or anything, sir, but what's there to take issue with? He loves differently from other people. It's still love, and I wasn't taught ever that love was bad.
I know. I was just surprised, I suppose.
Interesting.
But do you take issue with it? The way the Hall of Songs does?
Ah.
No, not I.
That's good. You should let him know. He doesn't hear things like that enough these days.
It's
Come on, sir. I'll walk you out.
rare that...
A final question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Jax's. What happened to him?
I'd rather not talk about it. Here we are, sir. I'll see you around.
Quite likely, yes. If you ever need to speak to Calden about anything, he's staying with me at a place called the Estiguary.
Can't say I know it, but I'll be damned if I can't find my way around the city. Excuse my language, sir.
It's all right. Take care of yourself, Vint.
I will say it's rare you see a game, particularly in a fantasy setting like this in this day and age, although this game's a few years old at this point, have a gay character that other characters who aren't very obviously or directly the villain be like, I don't know about that. That's rare to see. Not unrealistic, and they're handling it, pretty maturely, I'll grant them, but, food for thought is all. I suppose part of me is just used to things like, Stardew Valley or Dragon Age, where if you're like, I'm gay, everyone's like, yep, and then no one says anything about it ever again except the person you're in a relationship with. Which would obviously be nice in the real world, but,
Is there any other business you have here? If not, we should get back to the Estiguary. I, for one, am exhausted.
We?
Calden. I was branded a deserter of war. I know how it feels to have the world turn against you. And I'd not inflict that upon anyone. You included.
But earlier...
I was surprised, that's all.
And here I was, ready to pack.
Speaking from experience?
My family. Found out when I was young. Acquainted my face with their fists, threw me out, hoping the thugs or disease would get to me before I could ruin their legacy.
And you proved them wrong.
I never wanted to. All I wanted was to go home.
Well, you have a new home now, anyway.
A home that I worry daily about losing.
Is this why you treat Vasco the way you do?
As someone in the inner circle of the Bloodless, he could know.
And you were afraid word would spread.
Once that happened, if the Hall of Songs knew...
What would happen? I apologize for asking. I am not familiar with these things.
My brother has no children. and my parents' songs were sung a decade ago. If the Hall found out about me, they would deem my family's legacy tainted. Its space on the singing tree would be given to proper families with legacies that will endure.
Does your brother know?
He's the one that cared for me after I was thrown out into the streets. In a way, like you, I owe him my life. And I will not tolerate any threats to his legacy, myself included.
And now Orlana has your journal.
I know.
But
yeah.
what was in it that...
If those are winds we must sail, then let them blow first.
Cicero, what do you think this guy possibly could have written in his private journal?
And I am eager to hear what he has to say.
I'm gonna bet it's
The
kind
closer
of
we get to
incriminating.
finding my brother, the better I'll feel.
I understand.
At least in this situation. No, yeah, kudos to them for handling this maturely and making it, you know, a somewhat complex moment.
A final word.
Within the world,
before
anyway.
we lay this issue to rest.
Yes?
You don't have any plans to tell the others about this, do you?
What do you mean?
I mean, I only speak for myself when I claim acceptance. I am not sure how the others would take it, and I'd rather not find out.
Well, there's a
Not
shade of
while we
gray.
all have to work together.
It's all right. I understand. I hadn't intended to
Hey,
anyway.
I accept you, but maybe don't tell other people. Real ally move there, Cicero. It's fine, he's an ally. He has a shirt that says it, so it must be true. The only other game I can think of immediately that's treated it in a way that it's a sensitive issue like
So what
that.
was that all about?
Just some Sorelle issues.
Well,
concern yourself
Disco Elysium leaps to mind.
Nothing
Another
to
one
do
I
with the
immediately thought of.
investigation.
Divinity Dragon
No.
Commander.
Personal things.
What about Vasco? Have you heard word from...
Salutations! I am returned.
Where is the Bloodless?
In his abode, in a ward which I am certainly disallowed to mention.
You said we could speak with him.
I said he would give you your answers, and answers he has given.
Unless you're secretly the Bloodless here,
It's
Vasco.
all right, Marshal.
Damn you, Robbie Damon!
So they were, and so I shall present them. First, the Herald. Unfortunately, he's too recent a phenomenon.
You're lucky you're so
Information about him is
damn
conflicted,
charismatic.
And the most the Bloodless can give is that the Herald is part of a Masquerada faction called the Dactytes.
Nothing new there.
Second, Lysandra. The Whispering Streets.
Labyrinth of the Masqueraders.
How are we supposed to find anyone in that damnable ward?
It will be difficult. The ward is among the city's biggest. Even worse, I doubt she stays in one place. It could take us days.
I have an idea.
My Robbie
What are you
Damon character is
asking
always
for?
suspicious.
Another contract?
He's got that twinge in his voice that suggests he's
About?
scheming.
I heard you mention that you were going through all these troubles to find the Mariner's brother. Am I correct?
Yes.
Why?
Inspectore, if we tell him, the Bloodless will know.
Twinge?
Given that he
Yeah.
trades in information.
A
Word
lilt?
could
I don't
be
know what you would call it.
Marshal, you seem to have a disturbingly inaccurate view of the Bloodless and his messengers.
There's a
Just
certain
because we dabble in information
je ne
does
sais
not mean
quoi
that we
to his
spill it all
voice
over the place.
that
Of
suggests
course,
he's
you and
always
your
scheming
Blackguild would
something.
know nothing about subtlety and secrets.
Even in
would
real
they?
life.
Seeing how you handled Izander and...
Do not defame my guild.
So instead, I should stand here and let you defame mine.
Damn,
Enough.
got her.
The twins have been kind enough to find a location free of the politics of the city, and I will not allow the both of you to drag your baggage along. Within these walls, we are colorless. We are here for one purpose, and that is to get Razatov back.
The masked runners have him. It's why we're looking for Lysandra. To lead us to the Herald.
And what's he to them?
He was researching...
You're asking a lot of
powerful ancient
questions, to be fair
artifacts in
here.
Monte Carte. If there's anyone that can get us to them, it's him.
Artifacts that do what exactly?
I'd tell you if I knew.
I see. Thank you, Inspectore, for the trust. You can rest assured that I shan't abuse it.
Now, that plan you were talking about?
The pin drop.
The ruins?
Yes. I can do a thing. Spread rumors. Entice Lysandra with word of a cache of Masquerades found. And with the Bloodless's help, and trust me, he will help, I can do it by tonight.
Yeah, I'm thinking this guy's
You
actually
want
the
to bait her
Bloodless.
out into the room?
Trust me, he'll help.
In this time when Masquerades are so scarce, I'm certain she will fall for it.
It sounds like a plan.
What's this? The Mariner supporting me now?
Don't make me take it back.
So, Inspectore, what'll it be?
Go. Do what you must.
We should head to the pin drop first thing come sunrise. I will be back here by then.
Regardless of whether he had a point,
By
Ark.
the
God damn it.
I can't believe we just told him.
We didn't have much
Space
choice,
next,
Marshal.
enter skip. Can I
should get
pause? I can. So yeah, regardless of whether or not he's right, Arg, there is an important detail in how he said it. He didn't go to Calden and say, so what do you plan to do with this information regarding the others? He didn't ask Calden, so what's your plan going forward? He said, you're not going to tell them, are you? Which is a different beast altogether. His logic may have been good, but that's still definitely hiding it, which is, not great.
Let them sleep. Tomorrow's going to be a long day.
Oh, now they shut up, of course. It's subtle, but it's there.
Ah, I see you found my trove.
The booze, you mean?
My treasures.
Then, the last thing you counted among your treasures tried to kill me.
Oh, please, Cicero. Nala wasn't even poisonous. Besides, biting was her way of showing affection.
Well, at least these aren't alive.
A snake?
They're very
Or a woman?
special brews. I'd been cleaning up the Estiguary some months ago when I rediscovered a recipe I'd gotten off some Tesseric tourists years and years ago. As you can tell, there hasn't been much business here lately, so I thought I'd try something new. Occupy myself and all that.
Just brewing?
Was
Hell
the
yeah.
recipe any good?
Well,
you haven't tried them?
you know I'm not one for these sort of things, and
What?
you could try one and tell me what you think. The first to try the batch. Consider it an honor.
Your enthusiasm worries me.
Oh, come on, Cicero.
My
No
dad
time,
tried
sir.
brewing beer once.
Why do I think I'm going to regret this?
He got like a beer making kit for Christmas. It was pretty weak stuff, honestly.
What do you think?
But you know, it was the first batch. I don't think he ever bothered it.
Cicero. Cicero.
Fucking lightweight over
Songs,
here.
man. Ages. I thought I lost you.
Oh, the lightweight.
How long was I out?
1 minute and 3 seconds.
For a moment, we thought you were dead.
I'm surprised I'm not.
You didn't think you could go off dying on us like that, did you? Can you imagine the songs they'll sing of you, dying because you had a bad drink? The embarrassment.
It was worth a shot.
It was worth 10. That thing is potent, then.
For a man who just passed out, you seem fine now.
Yes. The recovery period is surprisingly short.
Oh?
It might hit you like a steed at first, but once it lightens up...
It's supposed to be strong. It was
Oh.
Dad's first try. Yeah,
Go on, Cicero. Don't leave me hanging. How do you feel?
even so.
As though some weight's been lifted. There's a strange clarity to the world. I can't describe it exactly, and I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll admit it isn't the worst feeling.
What news? How excellent!
Indeed. As a connoisseur of fine spirits, I must say your description of it has piqued my interest.
Be warned, though, the initial sensations are not mild. I advise caution.
Nah, he's just a lightweight.
Well, the Mariner is here to take care of us if we so choose to subject ourselves to it, no?
Oh, Vasco.
I suppose I could do that.
Perfect. Consider us warned.
Consider us warned. Hell yeah. So what's this all about then? What does this actually do for me in-game? Oh, skill resets. Oh. I might do it for Calden, honestly, because I don't like his wave thing. It blocks projectiles and like, if it blocked enemy projectiles, that would be great, but it blocks ally projectiles as well, so, you know, not ideal, actually. I think I used you. Yeah, tidal wave, you are. Yeah, that's good. I went with you. Average the total maximum focused health the entire party. Oh! That's quite the ability. Everyone would have the same focus and health. As long as he's in the party, he has a ton of health. So that's not bad. It would give me a reason to boost focuses. I'll have to mull that one over for a minute. Fair enough. All right, then.
So, the stone.
It doesn't react to any of the chemicals that I've got, and I can't even scratch it. Whatever you've brought me, it's something special. Everstone, perhaps?
Ah, that'll stop things from evolving in Pokemon.
I can't say that lives up to my hopes, but...
Yeah, it's not great.
Thank you, nonetheless, Ven.
You're welcome. And,
What?
I am a collector, after all.
Of Everstone?
You can have it.
Ah, truly?
Why not? Just as long as you tell me if you find anything more.
Of course. Thank you, Cicero. Now, I think I'll run it through some more, experimental techniques. Oh, this is exciting.
Why would you want to stop a Pokemon's evolution? A couple of niche reasons. Pokemon that evolve learn moves slower, so the younger, weaker Pokemon get better moves faster, generally speaking. So if you slap the stone on them, you don't have to mash B to stop them from leveling up when they go to level up and evolve. They just won't evolve. The other reason would be, I think if it's holding one when you put it in a daycare center, so it, breeds with other Pokemon, I think it has better odds to pass its stats down to its kids, so it can have a better stat line that way. Which is not to do anything with evolution, but it's something. But honestly, yeah, it's one of the most worthless items, because even when the Pokemon's evolving, you can just hit B, and then what the fuck am I looking at? You have a mech suit? What is this?
You have something for me.
I promise to make good on our bargain by the day's end.
And the day is almost over.
Yeah, look at this mech
the lady
suit,
has
dude.
delivered as she promised. She has found where your rebel leader has been hiding.
And where is...
And she has given you the means you asked for.
What is this?
It is yours.
Oh. Huh. Well then. I'm sure that won't hinder us in any way going forward. Hey, girl. This is very Bastion. Just the music's gone quiet and there's a woman humming to herself as you approach.
The second canticle?
Then you make up
used
words.
To sing it quite a bit. He'd often dreamed about what the city was like during the time. I was thinking, maybe if we found the artifacts,
Bastion's such a good
they
game.
were used to create Masquerades.
Speaking of classic Xbox 360 games, Brothers got remade.
Make the city the way it was back in the second canticle.
Classic game.
What do you think?
What do you want?
Amadea.
What do you want?
An answer.
I don't hear a question.
Damn, got him.
Why are you shutting me out?
I'm sorry. Are you expecting the world to greet you with open arms?
I hadn't expected it to bury me under ice. When I found out that you were a mask runner, I thought... I don't know, that I could talk to you.
Talk to me.
You were a mask runner, a part of what my brother had once led. Is it so wrong for me to want to connect with his legacy?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, why? Yeah.
Because I've left that life behind. Who do you think you are? To come back and try to talk to me about the war that you weren't even a part of. You don't know what we went through.
I lost my brother.
I lost my life.
No.
Everything that I had.
Don't think you
everything
did.
that I was, I lost. So don't you dare come back and tell me to talk to you about it.
Then why did you agree to come?
History will remember them as the best of friends.
Oh, my friends.
See?
What secrets you've been keeping.
Already they're doing it.
This...
Riveting. The fuck? I don't know what that was. Like a flute.
What do you mean you don't know where it is?
He couldn't be more
I've heard
clear.
its name before. Doesn't mean I've actually visited it.
What's going on?
The rumors have been spread, but we don't know where the pin drop is exactly.
Yes, well, I'd taken for granted that...
That what?
That maybe one of you might have known.
It's a set of ruins, isn't it? You'd know where it is, wouldn't you, Amadea?
It's an obscure set. I've heard of them before, but...
Why would you pick a location?
I came along.
Why would you pick a location none of us have
What are we
heard
waiting
of?
for, then?
Or know where it is, rather. Alright. So she's a required member because she has to come along? Very well, then.
Today is a special day. Amadea will be your guide.
Are you sure, sir?
The guy from the
We know
Mozart
city like the
movie?
back of our
Oh, no,
hands.
wait.
Do you know where the pin drop is?
Well, that's... might be the dirt under our fingernails.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, look at that. He doesn't have cancel under his thing. You can, Oh! Oh, wait, what? No, yeah, you only have 3. You can click on them again to remove them. She is locked in. But yeah, you can absolutely. Yeah, he was grayed out last time, but you can only have 3. How odd. I don't want to hear any more about this. You can only have 3. The confirm and cancel had nothing to do with them. It was just the party screen. He was clearly in my party, because I picked that party. I don't want to hear any more about it.
All right, now stay left. We don't want to cross the roads that circle the old fountain.
So that'll take us through Alamar's alley?
No, you go around that. When you come to the junction, turn right.
But I thought you said to stay left.
Not this time.
Well, that's what you said about Periwinkle Gardens.
Well, I'm saying that again. So listen. Stay left, and when you come across the 3rd Street after the junction of the 7th and 11th...
Yo, we're going to 7-Eleven? I'll take an icy. Humor.
Did we finally make it?
The ruins are right over there.
Oh, thank the ages. I don't think the horses would have survived another turn.
Well, they'll have to, because you can't stay here. It's too open.
And where do you suppose we go, then?
There's an abandoned warehouse just off this street. You can hide the horses...
I thought
in
you
the
didn't
front
know where
of the
this
top
was.
store. It's quite safe. You'll be able to see the pin drop and watch for our return.
Right. Got it.
Alrighty then.
Hear something?
I'm not sure. Sounds like rushing water. So, where do you think she'll be?
In the ruins just ahead. No one will think to look for Masquerades out here and...
Stop.
Ah! They came up behind
Turn
us.
around.
Damn it.
Well, I'd heard that you'd return to our shores, but you... What are you doing with him?
The company I keep is none of your business.
It is when he abandoned us.
Like you abandoned Invidious.
Damn, got her?
Oh, dear.
I don't know.
It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years since I abandoned. What do you mean? You can't hit her with it's been 5 years when it's been 5 years for me.
Here, hoping to be surprised, but yet you simply walk in.
That wasn't surprising.
How did you know?
The ways of the street are my lifeline. You think I would not suspect anything when rumors begin popping up all over the place? You're a fool to think that plan would have worked.
But you're here.
Oh, now that hurt.
I knew someone was baiting me out. I wanted to know who.
Now you do.
Now I want to know why.
I need to get to the Herald.
And you think I will take your hand and lead you there?
Well, I was hoping we could come to an arrangement, yes.
What bridge do you see that I do not, Cicero? What reasons am I blinded to that have made you believe that I have forgiven you for what you did 5 years ago?
Yeah, again.
My brother is gone, and...
Because of you.
Ah, but it's been 5 years, you hypocrite.
Your people. And instead you chose that cape.
I did not choose the Masquerada over you.
No. Even worse. You didn't choose at all. A spineless, pathetic man is easier to hate than even a traitor.
You think I don't know that?
Why do you want the Herald?
The Dactytes have captured a friend of mine. I need to get him back.
And what will you do for us?
My
I don't know.
friend
What
was
do you
on
want?
a quest for great power. If you lead us to the Herald...
Do not lie to me.
I may have burnt my bridges once, but I have not forgotten my roots.
If you are searching for the Herald, there are a few things you must know.
You didn't promise her anything.
Ruins! Get down!
Huh. Well, that happened. Also, one of those guys was Liam O'Brien. I'm guessing, in addition to whatever the named character he is, he's, you know, generic background soldiers here and there.
Is everyone all right?
Not at all uncommon. Well?
Other than the fact that we nearly died.
Yes, other than that, are you fine?
Nearly. Be grateful.
Where are we?
The pin drop. Those holes in the ground. This must be what's beneath.
There's so much life here.
There's water from the river and sunlight from above. It's beautiful.
Well then.
Go, my friend. Go!
What are we fighting? Ah. Those. Theravero. Pretty sure that's something you put on your skin for burns.
I thought the Kilgan were fierce.
We should move. We need to find a way out of this place.
What is this place exactly?
We don't know.
It barely feels like we're in the city at all.
We
We're
just
beneath
got
it.
here.
That river over there, I suspect the Kalara drains out through this. The hundreds of years that it's been coursing through here must have been enough to carve out this cavern beneath the surface.
And drain out into where?
The echoing plains. Just
Okay.
lost legacies.
Most of the VAs do additional voices. That's
There.
pretty common.
That spire cuts through the earth. Might be our exit. What do you think?
Yeah, all right.
So, Amadea. Invidious?
What did you say about our mouths getting us out of this?
Amadea, this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry if I'm concerned about getting us out.
Who is Invidious?
I told you.
If you don't want to talk about it because it makes you upset, then fine. But once it affects the investigation...
It's not.
She opened up to you and you shut her out! We could have used that! Who is Invidious?
He brought me into the Mask Runners. Taught me everything I know. During your brother's assault on the White Spire, a bunch of us went. I was supposed to go with Invidius, support him. But when things got rough, Lysandra pulled me out. She let Invidius die. When I found out, I left the Mask Runners. End of story. Are we done?
For now.
Then let's move.
Yeah, it's still super hypocritical of her to be like, it was 5 years ago, and then it's like, hello, it's me. It's like, you think I'll forgive you what you did 5 years ago? Bitch, yes? You can't have that working both ways for you. You either forgive someone at 5 years, or you keep blaming them. Take your pick. Inconsistency. It'll be the death of this rebellion, I tell you yet. I didn't realize she was on a beach. It's hard to tell what with all her flip-flops, I guess. Alright then.
This looks ceremonial.
Okay.
Religious even.
It did appear to be a chapel, so this tracks.
Well, that's rather elaborate.
It's a depiction. A ritual of some sort.
You don't say.
What's that? In the middle?
I'm not sure. There's a mark on his head, but I can't quite make out what it is.
They seem to be fawning over him.
They certainly look like they're cleaning him, yes.
A king of sorts, perhaps? There seem to be guards at the edge of the mural.
Too early to say. We should keep
Is
moving.
that what you got from this? I thought, like, that bowl was water that would bless people, and these guys were just waiting in line to get it, and this dude in the middle just happened to be, you know, the one getting the blessings. It seemed like these dudes at the back were the more important ones. Because it's the bowl that's the most interesting thing about this, right?
This is where the king was cleaned, it seems.
It certainly corresponds with the mural.
Right. The old bathing rituals, I guess. A new engraving contained. Hell yeah.
Up there.
It's a door.
What does it say?
It's not Dementica, it's just a symbol.
Yeah.
The other doors have it as well.
Hold on. I recognize one of them. The one on the right. There was a collection of stones in the room that looked like it.
Were there? I missed that. Is it puzzle time? Am I gonna have to use my big boy brain?
This is it.
Is it? Doesn't look like it to me. Oh, shit, that's just... Okay. Don't know where he got that from.
You think it might be a key of some sort?
Only one way to find out.
We've got this!
Oh, they didn't like that. Clearly, someone didn't care for that. Squirrels! Get him, Sir Nuttykins, or whatever my wife named you. I think that was it. Sir Nuttykins and the Nutellas. Sir Nuttykins and the Nutellas. Alright. Glad I'm keeping track.
Well, at least we know it's important now.
That's... You know what? Fair. At least we know it's important now. That's like an Indiana Jones-ass line. Picks the thing up, 9 traps go off. Alright, so this is important. Fair enough. Every once in a while, this game gets a really good joke in. Mostly it's been Vasco's lines, but, you know, that's no doubt to Robbie Damon's performance. But some of the drier sarcasm, too, is really, really tickles the funny bone.
Another mural.
In just the right way.
What's this one about?
This one's a little clearer. They've written the symbol of mind above the mural.
It doesn't look very pleasant, does it?
It's the same man from earlier. The one with the mark on his forehead.
Can you make it out here?
No, but I'm getting the feeling that he wasn't a king.
Well, now we've got a guy with a knife over here, which is definitely concerning, and this appears to be a large table with tools and a basin. So, yeah.
This is where they laid him out.
I don't understand what they used it for, though.
These tools look painful.
Unfit for a king, surely.
And bathing. Probably unfit for bathing as well. Just a hunch, though.
Here, again.
It's as though there was a procedure that was supposed to be followed. A ritual that brought them through these rooms in this order.
Well, we still have another 2 rooms to go, so let's make it quick.
Yeah, figured. Like, and we're gonna get attacked. As one does. God, the whirlwind is so useful. Just constant AoE damage with everyone around me. Very nice. Okay, no remarks on that one. Got it. Do 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 do.
This must have been their god. What word is that above it?
Soul.
I was really hoping it was going to be God. Oh, what word's that above their god? Oh, it says God. Oh.
The word on his head is a lot clearer now. Amadea?
It means criminal.
This was his punishment?
I don't know.
Well, we should look around. There's still one last door.
So, they sacrificed criminals to their god, is what I'm getting at here.
His word is law. Our lives are his.
That's a great thing to hear about a god.
Faith in him must we place, for he sees all, knows all.
Well, I mean, that's a good reason to put faith in him.
His gaze could rain destruction.
I would prefer it to not.
His heartbeat could give life to lands.
All right, that's sounding a little better.
His breath could level mountains.
His wang was like 12 feet long.
His whisper could open the skies. Time is his plaything. The lands are his clay.
Ah, puns, indeed.
And here's the last one.
Are you ready?
What are they doing?
Not attacking.
Why?
The statue. They're staying away from it.
As though they revere it too.
Come on. Let's not take it for granted.
I wonder if perhaps the people of this place were turned into those things. That's sort of my immediate logic of why they would be revering the statue.
What do you think this whole ritual was about?
I'd say some sort of cleansing. In the first hall, there was a physical cleansing. In the second...
It said mental, but I don't think cutting people up was very clean for the mind.
The third hall was a cleansing of the soul. It was a religious room, after all.
And now the last one?
Probably to see why our poor criminal needed to be so clean. Let's go. This mist again. Be on your guard.
Oh.
Oh no.
I was gonna say, that's just a boss. Ancient Ferravaro. Strong resemblance to the Bed of Chaos from Dark Souls. Okay, it's got big old limbs. Alright, squirrels, attack the limbs. Alright, one limb down. Robbie Damon just furiously playing the flute back there. Don't mind him. Well then.
It's old Dementica.
It's a recitation. You who sinned, you have been cleansed. You will serve, a vessel to atone for your transgressions.
That sounds lovely.
You will heal the flesh you harmed,
Yeah?
and shield the face you scorned.
Okay.
For all eternity you will be. Your soul will be bared for all to see, and your strength given to those you weakened.
Well, that's...
Through the Father's heart you will be redeemed from...
From what?
Ophira Amesta Aphes Atu. From man to mask, you will be.
What are you saying?
The Masquerades had once been Dementicate. They're criminals. There is no other interpretation.
These were their gallows. Ages.
Oh.
This changes everything.
Yeah.
It does.
That's...
Our Masquerades. They'd been alive once, Cicero. They'd have stories to tell, worlds to paint for us. If only we could somehow get to them.
Don't know if I'd keep wearing it at this point.
I'm just trying to understand.
I think I explained it quite well.
Yeah?
Not it. You. Why you try so hard to hide this side of you?
What
With
the...
all your acidic words.
Are you...
There is a heart that beats.
Really?
I just don't know why you suffocated.
You're putting the Riz on her? You just learned you're wearing a dead guy on your face and you're trying to smooth talk her? Yo, I'm with her. You're an idiot. This fucking guy. I'm not even rooting for him anymore. Your entire worldview has been shifted and shattered, and you're like, yo, babe, you should smile more often.
Medea?
Yeah, no shit, she doesn't like you.
The artifacts, if we find them, if we want to make more Masquerades, who's going to play the criminal?
Come on.
Ah, that's a tough question. Maybe we just give up on the masks, how about? Let's not make any more of them, huh? I mean, they've been disappearing. Who really needs them?
By the ages. What do the ancient folk have for legs?
Probably legs.
Just be glad it's behind us.
What is that? Liz.
We have to help her.
Ages. What is that thing?
Questions later.
Good dog. Stay there.
Weapon at the ready.
All right, you know the drill, boys. Squirrels. I'd like to thank the squirrels for all they did in that fight. Oh, well,
What are you?
we just came from there.
Lysandra!
Well, I mean, maybe she'll be fine. We lived.
No!
She might be fine.
Amadea.
Literally, we survived that.
We searched the cavern below, sir. She didn't make it.
Get back to the streets.
Well then.
The others need to know.
That's Liam O'Brien.
Gently.
I'm sorry.
This moment has been on the horizon ever since the war began.
That doesn't make it any easier.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
We are tired
well
of
then.
fighting.
Good?
Of losing. Of dying. Our respect for Lysandra, for the dream she held onto, was all that kept us going. Now that she is gone.
Huh.
What are you saying?
Perhaps now is the time for us to rest. To fade into the shadows, where we should never have left. Perhaps it is good that she is gone.
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do.
Little harsh.
The crest of the Melicarte. Your brother designed it. A wreath
of Night's Bane, to remind us to be a beacon of light in the darkest shadows. A swath of red for the blood of those who gave their lives for us. And a shattered mask.
Yeah.
For the dream that one day they will not matter.
That dream has long withered in our hearts. This crest no longer has a home.
It has been 5 years. That's gotta be
or the soil will.
Demoralizing to a degree.
Good. Now, the golden canvas.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Before the Dactytes attacked, Lysandra was going to tell you about the Herald.
Oh.
They have a temple under the golden canvas. Lysandra and I had been there once. They tried converting us, but we resisted.
A temple?
For something that's appearing to be their religion. Go there, and you will learn more yourself. There is only a single red grating in the whole ward. Descend through it, and you'll figure it out.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
What of the Melicarte?
I have said already. Now is the time for us to sleep. Goodbye, Cicero. I hope we never see each other again.
Oh, well, that's a bit mean. You don't want to get, like, dinner or anything? No? Okay, well. Fuck. Bit rude, if you ask me.
A little early for a fire.
It's a cold day.
I've reached chapter
you know
2,
well?
apparently.
Not really. I'd seen her maybe twice in all. And she and my brother, they were close.
There was nothing you could have done. You made a breakthrough today, learning about Masquerades. That's quite an accomplishment.
I was gonna scold you, Ard,
feel
for
like
even mentioning sex comments, but
everyone's talking.
If you
about
hadn't, I definitely would have, so I guess fair on you.
Today. It'll be bustling.
Festivities, just what I needed.
Cicero.
I know, this is pathetic, but allow me just a moment. The Melicarte were my brother's dream, and now it seems foolish that I'm mourning something that died years ago.
You mourn when your heart calls for it. There is never a foolish time.
Calden?
It's a good line.
Yes?
Never mind. It's an unworthy thought.
I think by now we both know there is no such thing.
Do you think tapioca would make good hair gel?
This thing that we're wrapped up in.
I'm just trying to prove him wrong.
Bigger than I ever imagined it'd be.
I don't think any of us imagined that we'd learn that Masquerades had been Dementicate, that they've been alive.
Yeah, that's kind of heavy.
We'll find how much bigger this might get. We have limits, all of us. I made a promise.
And you're trying to keep it. That's enough for me.
Have you spoken to the twins?
The carriage can't fit all of us, but they're willing to make 2 trips. Leventhus and his family have plans to go too. They are runic after all.
Then we should leave soon.
I'll tell the others.
Hey, Penguin. So how many chapters are in this game is my question. That's something I can easily Google. I don't know why I'm How many chapters? Masquerada. Whoop. Help if I spell it right. Rada. Further help. Am I wearing a cape? I mean, my guy is. I'm personally not. Masquerada. Okay, yes. Chapters. I need... Thank you. There's a cast. I didn't... Chapters. I'm on the wiki because, of course, this game has a wiki. Everything has a wiki. Locations and gameplay. Alright, well, that's... None of those are chapters, so thank you. Thank you very much. Righto. Not many chapters. Isn't that long game? 10 to 12 hours? Yeah. I mean, I have my whole party assembled at this point, so... And I've got more skills to spend! Hooray! This is... Yeah, teleport. Force field to suck enemies in. I don't want that. Swap positions. I don't want that. Spins in a cyclone and moves. I don't want that, is the thing. These are all abilities that, like, move me around. I don't want movement tech. I want, like, attacks. I guess that is an attack, dealing damage. I'm just never gonna use it's the thing. Destroys incoming projectiles and slows enemies. I'm not making that mistake again. As long as the caster and their allies stay inside the whirlwind to cover a maximum... Oh, hell yeah. Hell yes. Reduce all skill cooldown. Yeah, probably that. Increase maximum focus. I'll get you. 8 damage per second to an enemy that touches it. Yeah, perfect. 4, sure. Just get these 2. You have 3. That's probably what I want, yeah. And then for 1, range, fire tag, yep. It plays through the end. Yeah, I think this one... The combat is not my thing, but the characters are interesting enough that I do like this, and I want to keep seeing it through to the end. It is really the characters. The story, I don't... Well, I care enough about it, I guess, because the characters are very good, but, like... The characters are very well written and are interesting. The rest of it, it's not doing it for me, but the characters are very strong. And I gotta respect that. Speaking of, let's talk with the group.
Amadea.
Cicero.
Hat in time. Hell yeah.
Not now.
Good old Hattie time.
Please.
Love that game.
We did all we could.
I know.
Well then.
Thinking of how to tell the Judge, Master?
It's not every day that I'm required to be the bearer of news as world-changing as this. Masquerines and Dementacate? It's almost too much to believe.
But you do?
How can I not, with everything that's happened?
I mean, yeah.
I'd imagined you...
They can just go and see for themselves.
Skeptical than that.
I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
Tis your honor?
If you'll excuse me, Inspectore, I have a report to send.
Of course.
Meanwhile, the fam! Or the friends, anyway.
Ready for the sojourn, Damien?
It's so exciting. I heard they're selling the anthologies of Mayara Terrell.
Damien, we already have half of them.
But the collection has Mayara's notes.
Oh, damn.
All right. Let's go get the stories we have. Maybe we can trade them in for a better price.
Not gonna lie there, Ven. Your kid's a fucking
son is
nerd.
close to his culture.
Sometimes too close. Forgets that we're in Umber. Color of skin means so little here.
Homesick?
Terribly so.
What is it? Ven.
We were supposed to sail tomorrow.
Sail?
Across the
Sail?
belt back to Rune.
What?
You're just gonna ditch me?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched you and Cyrus grow up maskless.
You don't want him to go through that.
Neither does Livia. It's why she buries him in her culture instead of the culture of the city. She doesn't want him to grow up feeling like he's worth less simply because he doesn't have a stupid mask.
I mean, probably.
It certainly kept the light in his eyes.
I can only hope it'll stay.
You should go. Tomorrow is still ahead of us. You can make it.
I'll let you take care of yourself. The last time I did that, you almost set my house on fire.
Well...
Then I'm serious.
Before you came back, there was little reason to stay. But now, maybe you can teach him a thing or two.
Me?
But I
Life
suck.
in the city.
Oh.
Ease him into its better half. Give him a mask, maybe.
A masquerade?
You know those are dead people, right?
Forget I said anything. You have other things to worry about, I'm sure, and so do we.
Oh, Ven.
You beautiful man. Why can't you see that I love you?
What?
Oh, it's my weird flute thing.
Ah, Inspectore. I was wondering who was going to pick that up.
Did you hang it here?
It? I don't even know what it is.
Then why?
It's a bone whistle. I used to play with them when I was much younger. With an old friend of mine.
Can you still play? Well, that sounded pretty good.
Yes, well, we have places to go.
Ah, yes, the golden canvas. Ready when you are, sir.
All right, then. I'm glad we've established I can play the bone whistle, which is definitely not a euphemism for anything.
Who's on the first trip?
Yourself, Amadea, Vasco, and the Marshal. We'll come back later for the Mariner and the Innkeeper's family.
Let's go then.
So we're dishing our sweet pad? Aw, I like the sweet pad.
Exciting, isn't it, sister? I've never celebrated Seiho's sojourn before.
Just remember, almost everything there is more expensive than it needs to be.
It's true.
Keep your crescents for the things that you need.
Oh, I will. I've got a whole list of them that I can find there.
They're still good. Their back and forth is still very fun. And people are not masquerades are deeply ingrained from both the city and the Dementicate cultures. True, but
thank you for waiting, Cicero.
The city found them. Well, they just found them and started using
worry.
them. The Dementicate knew what they were
Hurry up,
and
Ma.
made them.
We haven't got all day.
Your son's right. The bazaars await.
All right, my boy. Let's go see what the peddlers are offering.
Are you going to be all right?
Calden, please. Go and enjoy the festival. Just keep an eye out for the grating while you're at it. I'll go check on the others, see if they've spotted anything.
All right, then. I've got a few things I think I might be able to find here as well.
Okay. That was a little ominous, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I've got some checking in on people to do, eh? I'm guessing I'm checking in on people. Yeah. All right, let's see what the crew likes in their shopping.
Thinking of buying something?
This one.
Valenturia. Tales of the Second Canticle.
Lysandra used to sing it too. Must have picked it up from your brother.
Was she any good at it?
Terrible. But she was never sour about it.
You know, she did it for you.
I know. I know.
They put the criminals to good use.
She did 5 years
It's
ago.
a pragmatic way of looking at an
I
arc.
knew she did it to protect me.
And you know, in
make it
Dementicate
any
culture, that might be fine. The city might have a problem with wearing and using dead people routinely on their face, is all I'm saying. Oh, damn.
It'll be all right.
Is she going for the hug?
Cicero, I'm so sorry. It's just... ever since leaving the Malacate, I've been scared to be a part of anything again.
I'll say this, I don't... If this blossoms into romance, I don't buy it. Cicero has absolutely no charisma.
Catching up. You've got a grating to find, yeah?
Yes.
He is...
Yes, we
well,
do.
I guess that's not true. He can crack a joke, and he's alright as friends go, but, like, he's terrible with her. He doesn't get her at all. I've known you for 3 days. Why haven't you trauma dumped on me yet? It's like, can you fuck off? Really not your place, is it, Cicero?
Thinking to buy one?
Buy a flute. Nothing is worth as much as a flute crafted by the flautist's own hands. I'm
So
here
you
to
make
see
your
if I
own.
can pinch some inspiration.
Well, that one looks interesting.
Ah, that's a Cato flute with 3 individual mouthpieces. Only Airbrands can bring out the beautiful harmonies they were meant to produce. Far too cumbersome for a traveler like me, though.
What's your type of flute, then?
That one, over there.
Simple.
It's a traditional runic flute called Aniode. It was brought over with runic culture in the 4th canticle, even before the Terrals came. But of course, you don't want to hear about the 4th canticle, do you?
I don't?
Not when it pales in comparison to the 2nd, no?
Why would you say that?
Oh, it's just something I overheard once upon a time. That life in the 2nd canticle was... how should I put it? Worth dreaming of.
Where did you hear that?
You didn't have to lie to me, you know. About the artifacts being the key to creating Masquerades.
You probably...
It would have made no difference.
Probably
to me.
don't want to have this conversation right here.
No one. Please.
Then what are you getting at?
I've been trying to tell you, ever since I saw you at the Bleeding Beetle. But I just wasn't sure how.
What is it?
It's... how do I put this? I'm...
The Bloodless.
Yes, I am, in fact, him. But that's...
If you heard the
pretty
conversation
obvious.
I had with Amadea, you must have returned quite early in the night. Timings don't match up if you needed to report to the Bloodless first. Even less so if you were supposed to spread rumors. You have lackeys for that, don't you?
Yes, you've made good deductions, but...
I won't tell the others. As long as you promise to keep the details of the artifacts to yourself, too.
I suppose that'd be fair.
Boy, I'm just keeping everyone's
Is there anything
secrets,
else
eh?
you wish to say?
Only that I haven't seen any sign of the grating yet.
Well...
He's the
keep
bloodless. Calden's
I'll go see
gay.
what I can find.
The grumpy girl used to be a maskless.
Moscow, I do appreciate the honesty.
We don't have the Inquisitor,
much
I
for
think.
that.
No, I'm the Inquisitor, but so much for that. Yeah, I'm guessing he was trying to say something, but it didn't come up. The Golden Woman. We don't have her, we don't know her secrets yet, but I'll get them out of her, I swear it. And then she'll owe me a life debt and we'll be
you
the
like
best of
Charles.
friends.
Cicero, I didn't see you there.
What have you got there?
Well, nothing.
Calden?
Calden.
You have the most damnable timing.
Aww.
What is it?
It's cute.
When I was a skipper, I used to go down to the shore and scour the beaches.
Mask
for
runner?
these
That's the way I said.
sun skulls, a type of coral.
That's a rather ominous name, isn't it?
Inspectore.
Sun
Oh,
Skull.
Inspector. I assume that was
Contrary.
Inquisitor. Eh.
The midnight belt is black, but somehow these manage to retain their brilliant color. A ray of light in a sea of shadows. A source of hope in a mire of despair. I'd have carved one myself if I had the time, but since we're here...
Who's it for?
Each one of my kids has one. Jaxus did. My brother does. I get them for the people in my life that have given me hope. This one is for you.
Aww.
Me?
For not turning me away, even though you easily could have.
Calden.
In this city, it is difficult to call one a friend and truly mean it. But I do. And I want you to know that.
Calden.
Well, that's
I
nice.
don't...
Please.
Thanks. Any sign of the grating?
He just said no.
Not yet. But I'll keep looking.
Or maybe that was Robbie Damon. Alright, so he likes wood carvings and considers us a friend. That's sweet. I do like Calden. Vasco's easily the funniest character, but Calden's a cool dude. I think Inspectore's Inspector, not Inquisitor. I mean, they're quite similar. If you're inspecting something, you're obviously inquisitive about it. Might have misheard, but I thought you said Maskless, not Mask Runner. Oh, yeah. I meant Mask Runner. I used to be maskless. It's clearly not that big of a deal. Because I can just put a mask on later.
About polishing, I see.
Of course. Who do you think keeps my buckles shining?
They like shiny things.
So,
they're bonding.
What's Fabio's opinion on what's been going on?
Also, I think she has a
Judge Mars is
flamberge.
keeping an eye out. He understands that it's too early to act until more.
Which is like the huge longsword that's serrated.
Or at least until we know what the artifacts can do.
And when you do, he will know about them?
Inspectore, know that your efforts at undermining my loyalty to the Luca are in vain.
I don't understand. You can clearly see what is at stake, but yet you think it's more important to keep your guild informed, even though you are fully aware that they might, in the future, jeopardize the investigation.
Do you know who my father is?
No.
I don't know any Luca that carry the De Felici family name. No.
De Felici was my mother's family name. My father was Judge Zane Rios.
I'd heard he was a great judge.
He was also a great father, who taught me everything that I know about the Luca. My earliest memory ever was of a Luca parade, staring at rows and rows of beautiful gold as he carried me in his arms.
Well, it sounds like your upbringing was extremely relatable and down to earth.
A man as large as my father, tenderly holding a little girl at a Luca parade. He told me that he never heard the end of that tale from those around him, but he ensured daily that I knew he did not regret it. To him, displaying his love for me was worth more than his reputation as a strong, steeled man. But if you've heard of him before, then you'd know that his song is upon the singing tree.
It's been there for a decade.
I loved, and still love my father, Inspectore. And the Luca is his legacy.
Italian for Inspector. Yeah, the game is super Italian.
Yes.
Good.
It is a historically charged term. Yes, I know.
I believe we have an entrance to find.
I was really splitting a hair on that one, I'm fully aware. Anyway, so she's the 1%. Got it. Hardly a secret, but, you know. What she is.
Here we go.
It does stand out, the red grate.
This is it then?
No.
Let's find out. 2 of you will follow me. The other 2 will stay out here in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, the party's
Watch
3.
the signs.
You'd think it would be 4, but it's 3. Let's change it up. We'll bring the you know what? We'll do full change up.
Ages. It's like there's a whole world under here.
Light. Over there.
It appears to be a bunch of dead people or possibly just drunks. I'm gonna hope drunks, based on all the bottles around. Hello? I can't interact with anything that the game doesn't want me to, but I can highlight you for some reason. Are you
wrong with them?
dead or drunk?
Stone salt.
Addicts.
Ah.
Seems like it.
Do we need to worry about them?
This is a lot of people.
From the looks of it, they aren't nearly done with its effects.
Contadani?
It's not uncommon for them to be seen with the dealers, but...
Something on your mind?
Nothing. We should keep looking around.
Well, this hole in the middle of the room bears investigating, but in a moment, I guess. That's the kill count. No, they're simply passed out.
The lady has told how the seed will save, and how the knife will take the life it gave. The shadows will come as they did before, but she will save us, so she swore.
The shadows
Rhymes. That means it must be true.
And who is this lady that they keep mentioning?
I don't know.
Do you think people that wrote prophecies like this were frustrated because they had to make it rhyme?
The quality of the
They're
handwriting,
like, damn
the
it,
choice
why
of
can't I
rhyme.
just speak normally?
Whoever wrote this hadn't done it with a proper mind.
Curse this iambic pentameter, I'm bound to.
Addicted lunatics do not so easily infiltrate the registry and capture one of its regenti.
I mean, yeah.
It seems like there is nothing else here. We should keep moving.
Rigged. Isn't it always? Oh, I got stone salt. Or lore on stone salt, rather.
Intruders!
I've got you.
Okay, where is everybody? They're up here. Alright, fair few of them. They were busy spending money they made from bamboozling people. Possible, I suppose. Damn it, he's healing faster than I can damage him. That's not fair at all. Would have had to get my squirrels involved in a moment. That's how you kill a
They were
man.
expecting company.
Not the company of the colors, no.
What do you think this place is?
Salt Emporium by the looks of it. It's probably one of the ways the Dactytes make a living.
And the Herald will be here.
That's what we're here to find out.
Probably not hanging out in the drug den part of this place, but you know, like he said, he's got to make a living. So this Herald wears a mask. Is that for spooky effect, or do you think it's going to be like secretly our brother or something?
Intruders!
Ah, you bastards. He's got a bagpipe! Get him! Don't let the bagpipes get away! That's what you get for being Scottish.
Salt breathers. Their leader was Izander before he'd been killed.
And now they're here?
And it seems this Herald's influence is more far-reaching than I'd imagined. We should keep going.
Well then. Oh, that opened the... Okay. I was gonna say. Did nothing. Weird if a Herald person wanting a revolt of a new world order marketed himself to the world of some deity would be hanging out in a drug den with junkies. Well, when you put it that way, it sounds a bit silly.
Intrude! Watch your flanks!
Squirrels! Get that drummer! Thank you. New Masquerade. A lot of those laying around, I'm noticing.
Producing salt. All part of surviving. Fabra and Artigiani don't run in the masked runner circles.
So they find other ways to get crescents.
Let's keep going.
Good old stone salt. Ah, this door's locked. Damn you! What is it in Skyrim? It's like skooma or something like that. The drug. It's like the powder. I always like when games come up with like fictional names for drugs. This is a lot of people.
Who's that?
The Herald.
Yeah, I know, Arg.
Her second in command is alive. You said the lady promised that the Melakarte would not live. Any of them.
The lady promised that you would have her men.
They spoke with Cicero Gavar. They know where we are. He could be on his way here right now. Tell me that that is what the lady wants.
Do not question the lady. You cannot see what the lady can, and you will never understand what she does. But she is more worthy of your trust than any other entity. Tell me that you cannot see that she has brought you higher than you've ever dreamed. You live as you've never lived before. Food, clothes, shelter. Tell me
You're in
that
a
you
drug
believe
den
you would
basement.
have those if you had not trusted the lady.
Many more of us would be alive if we hadn't.
Blasphemy! If you had not been under the lady's guarding wings, you would have been crushed by the portiere. It is because of her that you survive, that you can hide, that you can prepare yourselves for the coming dangers. Tell me that you would have known about the powers that made Masquerades, or that you would have known about the prophecies, or that you would ever have possibly stumbled upon this.
This! We've seen that already. So's the other one.
This is but one of hundreds that she has promised us.
We've seen this.
Now
It was at the fight last time.
And know that the lady...
Another cult? Nah, it's the same cult.
See what the lady has flushed out of the shadows.
I think we've been found.
Do not let them leave.
There's a lot of them in here.
You forced my hand.
This is a lot of people. Like, I don't know about this one, fellas. This is a lot of people. This might be a supposed to lose sort of situation we find ourselves in. Palicana from Infinite Wealth. Ah, well, it's a different cult than that, yes. We're not in Hawaii anymore, I can tell you that. Yeah, okay, they're fleeing. Unsurprising.
Go! Buy your time.
Oh, shit, okay. See you fucking later, then. Good luck. 2 games in a row. Hey, cult's an easy thing to just be the bad guy. Why would they be alive? Because the missions the lady keeps sending them on is killing them.
Buy you time.
Is the argument. No, they definitely have more firepower and knowledge with the lady.
Oh, great.
How did they get be? Okay, never mind. Wow, I like that I brought the other 2, and then it's like, hey, guess what? You're gonna use these 2 anyway. Yeah, all right, sure. Name one gaming cult that isn't evil. I think a cult by nature is evil, right? That's kind of its thing. Somebody stop that man! Or woman, or thing.
We've got this!
Squirrel! Oh god. Robbie Damon, you died. In game. Ah, you know what, she's got it. Yeah. Alright, well, we recovered nicely. Surely a cult is a small group of religious people that isn't big enough to be a proper religion, but a lot of real-life cults tend to be awful abuse factories. And fictional ones, too. Fictional cults love the abuse factory, as you so eloquently put it.
Cicero, they need help.
So they do. Let's go help them. Ah, you bastard.
Lucia.
Is Lucia the Herald? I was gonna say, with the mask, it's gotta be someone we know. That's what a mask always means. It's someone we know.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Cicero. Take him.
That... Ow. Damn it. Well, this is a fine pickle.
Think that we should be moving elsewhere.
This place is good enough.
But they know.
This is good enough.
Yes, Harold.
Now leave. He's waking up. How are you feeling? You've been out for hours.
What happened?
I do apologize. I hadn't expected my men to be so rough.
Your men? The Herald.
You've just got that, huh?
I also apologize that you had to find out this way.
No.
I'm afraid it is true.
Tell me you're here to get me out.
Cicero.
You traitor! Sonless bitch!
Wow.
Get a hold of yourself.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
Ophina. Corvus. It was you.
That was necessary.
Was it?
And Razitov. You have him. Answer me.
It was relatively painless.
He's dead?
Damn it, Lucia! Why?
Son of a bitch.
Answer me!
She has a plan.
Ah.
What are you talking about?
How do you think the Dactytes have stayed one step ahead of you all this while? You think we were lucky?
The lady. Who is she?
A visionary. Someone with plans for the city.
Someone who has turned you against us all. You've killed 2 Inspitores and the Regenti, Lucia. And for what?
It had to be done. Sometimes drastic measures must be taken for the greater good.
Ah, the greater good.
What your lady has told you.
She is right.
It's always the greater good,
Words
isn't it?
of a revolutionary. And like every revolutionary that has passed, she and all those that follow her will end up dead.
She is Fae.
The greater good.
She is of the ancient world, and she knows far more than you or I could ever hope to.
You're a mad woman. You're following a Fae. A mindless, senseless...
You have in your mind the
He didn't
peasantry of the
betray them, Ark. He deserted them. It's a little different.
She's more than just
Or maybe he did betray, I don't know.
She has plans to...
Plans to what? How can you believe that a creature like that could possibly be?
I have one of the artifacts.
The music swells.
You are beginning to understand how big, how vast this undertide of secrets is.
Get out of my head.
I mean, she's just talking to you. She's not in your
There
head.
are worlds worth of histories that are returning, and you have simply scratched the surface. What you learnt at the pin drop is a morsel of what exists. A fraction of the knowledge held by the forces that you plan to fight against.
How did you know about the pin drop?
Yes! Think. How is it that I knew? What powers are at my disposal that I can glean such knowledge? You understand what you've pitted yourself against? Not just yourself, but those who travel with you.
You leave them out of this.
Spoken to a mirror. They have yet to cross the threshold. They don't need to. And if you reconsider your position, neither will you.
Just
what?
You
Reconsider.
are here for a reason, Cicero. The lady has plans for you, if you will accept them.
Ooh, do I get to be evil?
Think I'm insane?
Is it insanity for the gull to veer from the storm front? They are here.
Cicero?
You are a wise man, Cicero, and are modest enough to admit the limits of your perception. Let that awareness guide your decision. We will meet again soon, Cicero. And by then, I expect you to have thought long and hard about where you stand.
I mean, evil is more fun.
He's here.
Cool trick.
Are you all right?
Fine.
Cicero! Thank the tides you... What's wrong? No.
Well, that sucks. Hey, I found him.
Makes no sense. Why did she hide you in the golden canvas? She must have known that we'd search there again. Unless she wanted you to be found. Wanted to send the message to us that she had the capacity to capture you. And was willing to let you go to prove that she was confident she could do it again. That has to be it.
Yeah, that has to be it.
And Razatov. Damn it. And she said nothing to you. Nothing at all.
I've already told you what happened.
Tell it again. Maybe you missed something.
We were in the golden canvas, and we found out where the Dactytes were hiding. We had a skirmish that brought us out of the streets, and I thought I caught a glimpse of her face, so I followed her. Next thing I know, I'm waking up to the sounds of explosions, and I see Lucia arguing with a Dactyte. The Dactyte wanted me dead. Lucia didn't. That's when Tristan came in.
So you never spoke to her?
How many times must we go over this before you believe me?
What of Razatov's work, then? Where to find these artifacts? How to use them?
Nothing.
Well, he's taking the long walk, huh? He's hiding this from Avestus here. His last name is literally a liar.
20,000.
Me.
But I said bring him back. Unfortunately, I didn't specify that he had to be alive. You did your job. This is your payment.
Huh.
A dismissal.
Simply an ending of your contract with the registry.
Well then.
And now from here on, you no longer act under the purview of the registry, and thus we cannot protect you from the ramifications or account for the responsibility of your actions.
We're free agents, boys.
I understand.
Good. Then I'll see you around.
We're no longer under contract, which means whatever we do, it's not on their head. Hell yeah. Huh. Am I gonna sell out for money, or am I just gonna be evil for the sake of it? Things to ponder. Well. Japan wrestling. Away we go. Anyway, that is going to be it for me. Yeah, the story is just interesting enough. It's really the characters. The characters are very well written, and they're fairly interesting. I like them. I don't care for the combat. I don't really... The world is whatever. They're using a lot of terms that I feel... I hate when worlds make up their own terms for things that could just be, you know... said else. I say make up. It sounds like they're just using Italian, but... I don't know. It feels like a lot of it is talking around the larger picture when you could be much more direct. Robbie Damon is great as Vasco. He's hilarious. His performance is excellent. Yeah, it is entirely the characters that are saving this game for me. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. They're very good characters. But yeah, I'll finish this up next week. Sunday's Outlast. I'm super looking forward to it, because the Lord knows I love horror games, and especially ones where I can't defend myself. But until then, love you all, be good people. I will see you Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Toodle pip.